What's up, cool jeans? Welcome back to the Good Pizza Podcast. It's your boy PizzZa, your host. Check this out. The Good Pizza Podcast is all about our journeys with the beautiful cannabis plant, where it's taken us, how did our past intertwine, and where we're going from here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the podcast, hit the Patreon. You know the drill. Today, we have a very special guest in the building. This fellow to the right of me is straight out of Sacramento area. He has handled many positions and titles in the cannabis, from the glory days of Prop 215 to the ever-changing shitstorm of Prop 64. From a bud tender manager at RCP SAC, GM of 530 Grow Warehouse, worked at Connected Alien Labs Nursery, gardener at Blueprint. He's one of the many behind the scenes at some of the heat that all these brands bring to the industry. I always see this fella in the garden taking care of the terps like a real gentleman. Also, not to mention this fool still skateboards and he's still dangerous as ever. Yes, he does it all, folks. I'm excited to introduce to you all my friend, Wild Billy 916. What's up, Playboy?
How you doing, my man?
Good, man. Good to see you, dog.
Man, absolutely.
Yeah, man, I was really excited to get you on the show, bro, because I like to cover all facets of the cannabis industry. And a lot of the times, we don't get to say what's up to the guys behind the scenes in the garden. You know what I'm saying? Getting their hands dirty.
No, it's one of those things.
And,
man.
you know, I've been following you and your career since I moved out here, and we had a gang of mutual friends, and eventually just all linked up. And yeah, man, it's time to get your story out there, pal.
Hey, man, I appreciate the invite, man.
Yeah,
you know, obviously,
dog.
seeing you behind the scenes too, man. You know, just moving packs, this and that. That's how we met. You know.
Yeah.
So there's things that happen in this world, in this game, where it's off the record. You know, so it's cool to bring some light to some things. You know.
Yeah,
obviously, got to keep it kosher at the same time, man.
That's
you
right.
know, so.
That's right.
But yeah, glad to be on, man. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. So before we dive into the cannabis, the growing, this, that, the third, let's talk about the story behind the story, brother.
Absolutely.
What you got, man? What was Little Wild Bill like, man? What was life as a shorty, bro?
Oh, shit. You know, we're just wreaking havoc, smoking weed at too young of an age, man, because, I grew up in Cool, California.
California. There's a town called Cool in California.
Yeah, look it up, man. It's not too far from here.
once.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And I saw a cool cop.
Yeah.
Like, cool on the fucking side. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's a rarity out there.
Yeah, my first time there, I seen one. It was all good. I seen him on the way in, not the way out. You dig what I'm pimping?
Oh, absolutely.
You know
well, and that's the thing, man. Growing up in the country, shit like that, just, being an avid little skater, just wreaking havoc. But
yeah.
The weed has always been something for me where, at a young age where I was locking into flow state, so you would smoke weed and go skate, or you'd smoke weed and play music, where I was in bands as a young kid and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, playing battle of the bands in my high school, always just trying to push the envelope and shit, yeah, so.
That's cool, man.
Shit like that.
What was the high school experience like for you, bro? Were you a good kid, Billy Badass, fucking selling sax in school? What you got going on?
Yeah, I mean, I started out just, bringing my lunch money to school, buying sacks. You'd save up the quarters, right. Bro. Yeah, I'd save up a $20 in quarters, bro. My guy's like, right. You cannot. What is this? And I'm like, dude, I just need a bag. What's up? Get 4 or 5 homies high for a week on a $20 sack.
Come on.
Getting 1.4 maybe for 20. Like, yeah.
You feel me?
Maybe even 20 a gram. Depending on who had fire. You didn't care back then as a kid. But even then, dude, we only wanted good weed, bro. So even if a homie had to drive hella far, because back then ain't cool, bro, we didn't drive. You'd have to have an older homie that would drive you miles to go get a sack, you know what I mean? So they'd pull up, and if it wasn't good, I would turn people down even as a kid. And I was a small kid. I was in high school.
You were procuring sacks as a shorty.
Oh, dude, just because we like getting high. That was the thing. I didn't want a bag of shit. Like, even if everyone talks about sticks and stems and that shit, I'm not saying that wasn't a real thing. But, like, for me as a kid, like, we were only trying to find good weed. And, like, my parents, like, were growing weed and shit back then, so it's like we would steal weed. Once we realized what weed was, bro, we were always stealing weed like that. And, like, we knew a standard of, like, if it's not that, I'll just save my $20. Like, I don't want to smoke. You know, and people would get like a little bent out of shape sometimes, because like, what did I know?
Yeah.
What did I know as a 13-year-old telling these dudes, like,
crazy, bro.
You just wait. And I knew something about that, bro. Like, if it wasn't good, just save your fucking money. Like, it's not worth it to me. Just like a skateboard. I'm not going to buy a skateboard at Toys R Us for $25, bro. Well, it's a skateboard. It's like, no, dude, I'm going to go to the skate shop, buy the right deck and the right board. Same shit with the weed, bro. So it's always been like that.
Damn, bro, because I'll tell you what, at 13, I was taking whatever the fuck came my way. But I was also in Jersey. And we had
absolutely
to.
Yeah.
We had to. You knew.
When we were blessed. Well, dude, we were blessed being in NorCal and this and that, and us having older homies that put us on. And our homie's dad had a cannabis card because, like, unfortunately he was sick. But like he'd call it the co-op, and we're like, dude, the co-op weed, bro. Like, this shit's it was something else. We're like, you'd be high for fucking hours. So it's like, yeah, you could take some of that and bring it to school and shit. And I'd be putting it in like a athlete's cream box for homies that were like sports players and shit. And you just bring the sack right to school, double bag it and sling it like that.
Hello.
And I was trying not to get caught up because like I was one of the homies that had like decent grades between my friends, and they would literally give me shit like, oh, you got good grades, like why are you smoking weed? It's like, dude, there's no correlation between having bad grades and smoking weed.
No,
like
sir.
if you want to smoke, bro, for me it was a concentration thing, like literally.
No sir, I graduated with decent grades, bro.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Smoked weed the whole way through.
Well, and for me, not even to be like that, bro. It was just like I liked reading books, and like I'm decent with math and shit like that. As a youngster, just it was not that hard for me to like just follow what they were telling you because they give you all the fucking answers. They're literally telling you in this book, follow this chapter. We're testing you Friday. It's like, all right, why don't you just go ahead and do what the goddamn teacher's telling you?
You were a common sense guy,
dude. It's not that hard. You know what I mean? When you look at the curriculum and shit, and there was times where, kids would just literally give me shit for being a good kid in that sense. Like, you have no reason to puff. It's like, dude, you're getting your sack from me. It's good. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, take it easy. That's what's up, man. So high school, you started smoking weed in high school, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I wasn't a daily smoker, bro.
How old were you, big dog?
I was like 14 when I was burning like before school. Before getting on the bus and shit. But like, elementary wasn't that much. It'd be like, maybe in the summer you got high with the homies or some shit like that. Just you were edgy doing that back then, bro. Like smoking a cigarette was like, I was into cigarettes way before I was smoking weed at age.
Yeah, cigarettes and weed kind of hit at the same time for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just I was the youngest kid in the town. All the homies were doing it.
Well, at first, dude, I was just like the idea of getting high. I was like, dude, I don't want to change. Like my mindset, I feel good right now, but then, homies just like, don't be a pussy, shit like that, you're like, oh, fuck it, I'll hit the weed. And when you actually got high, I was like, this is what that is, it was just like, everyone kind of like freaked everybody out on like what it was like getting high, or you're like a bad person for like getting high,
Peer pressure was real in the 90s, boy.
Well, yeah, dude, it was like a real drug for a while for a lot of us, you know what I mean? Like we were talking about the other day, like it's actually a real drug where you can get caught up for like shit like that. They would call the high school, they would call the cops on you if you had a sack at school, and now it's definitely not like that.
Oh yeah.
So it's a blessing for a lot of people out there.
So, first time smoking weed, let's hear the story. I feel like we're kind of on par with that subject.
The first time I smoked weed, I feel like I didn't really get high. Like my buddy took a bowl, bro. Like he took a bowl from his dad. We were sitting on my roof in the summer. Like it was summertime. A couple chicks were over there. We're like, yeah, dude, we got this weed. We're going to smoke. It's like 8 of us on a fucking like 0.3 nug, So we're like, let's smoke this shit out of a tinfoil pipe. And everyone else seemed pretty high, dude. I was not high. So I was like, kind of whack. But then the second time we smoked, I'm with my buddy. Yeah, and it's like we're at my buddy's house. We're sitting behind his half pipe because he had a skate ramp at his house, bro. So it's a straight metal hit pipe too, like one of the brass ones. And so literally 4 or 5 of us are all huddling around, we fucking hit this pipe, bro. And I was just lit, like literally lit up, bro. Yeah, and I was like, whoa. At first I was kind of spooked, because you get that paranoid heart racing feel. I'm like, holy shit, like, am I okay? And then you settle into it, and you're like, oh, this is actually kind of dope, bro. And you felt bad for liking it. Like back then, you'd get ridiculed, bro, like for smoking weed. They're like, you're gonna fall off. You're like, you might as well start shooting up. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that gate. They were really pushing that gateway.
No, absolutely,
then, bro.
Absolutely. The DARE program, all that type of shit, and that's really when I got curious about drugs at all. They're like, oh, that's when they really, for me, I was like, what the hell is a drug? And then they start going into it. You're like, oh, it doesn't seem that bad, especially when other big homies that smoked weed and shit, and they seem fine. We're just going to the skate park, shredding or doing shit like that. Or really, we didn't even have skate parks, but like before they built the first one. Yeah. We're skating parking lots and shit, bro. Just getting red curbs and shit like that. For me, that was the way for years.
Oh, you know it.
Like flat ground and red curb, bro. That's like literally how I grew up skating.
Same here.
And which the weed for me went hand in hand, bro. Because it's more of like just doing your own thing, really just sticking what trues you. Because you could go out and skate and like some guys doing an ollie hella cool, or some guys doing like flip tricks, and everyone has their own style, bro. It's like it's the same with the weed, bro. You know what I mean? There's a reason that it's cool to you. Yeah, I
remember my boy Joey could like ollie fucking garbage cans stand straight up.
Oh, dude, that's the type of shit.
With his pants like halfway off his ass.
That's the type of shit I have to try twice as hard to do. Like maybe I could do it, but one homie's just like,
But I could tray flip off little kicker ramps.
Exactly.
Over a garbage can.
You come play me in skate, bro. I'm doing switch heels down some nice little finesse shit, compared to like big drop shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like weed. Some people,
Let's stay on the subject for a second. Skateboard. What age were you started when you skateboarding, bro?
Oh, I was like, 10 years old.
10? That's a good age.
Yeah, just pushing. Yeah, and obviously.
And how good did you get at your peak? Like, what was your signature tricks that your front side flips were fucking nuts.
Oh, bro, I appreciate that. That's one of my I try to do.
And shit.
I try to stay with the front side, hard flips. All the weird kind of tricks like that from certain skaters I've watched. But it was probably like 10 or 11. It took me a while to really start kick flipping and olling and shit. I was good at riding. Mm-hmm. But wearing basketball shoes and shit, before you really got into skate culture, you're like, oh shit, like all this stuff does kind of matter,
bro.
Vulcanized shoes started coming out like back in the day, or like, I got my first pair of DCs. I was like, oh, bro, it's on. My mom was like, $40 for a pair of shoes? I was like, yeah, I need these.
Come on,
just for you to mess them up for the kick flips? I was like, I need them for the kick flips, mom, please. You know, and you get those and you really start taking it serious, you know?
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I was kickflipping like 10 stairs and shit back in the day.
Damn,
really
bro.
getting footage, yeah, you know? And then I had a kid pretty young, so I started to skate a little less and then really focused on growing the weed and trapping because I had a youngster, so I had a kid at 19, basically.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, and he's 14 now, bro, so it's a balance with that, too, like, trying to be the weed man and shit, but you have a kid and you're trying to, like, balance that thing where it's like, hey, you can't be doing what I did at that age. You know, because he'll try and fire back, like, well, you were doing it? It's like, yeah, but it's a totally different area now. Like, there's people, yeah, you don't have to be doing that type of shit.
Yeah, for real, slippery slope, for sure.
Yeah, and there's just no reason. It was different for us when you're unsupervised, kind of doing your thing, making your wave. And hey, if you want to get in that shit when the time comes, you already got all the resources available to you, you know?
Yeah,
but just focus on school, do your thing right now. Yeah, you don't need to be doing that shit. But it's a hard thing to do, you know? You got kids.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough.
I know. It's crazy, man. So, when did you dive into the to your cannabis career, bro? Like,
my bad, shit.
Like what was it?
And like the actual rec scene?
Like when you start working in.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I was
what
shopping
happens after high school.
So basically, we were always kind of growing new homies, we were pushing weed and shit, right? But then you start seeing, you turn 18, got my first rec, you know. So I was just shopping all around to find the best weed I could.
Okay.
You know, and went to just clubs literally everywhere, and found Magnolia Wellness, 2009 off Orangevale, you know, and those dudes just gave a shit about the weed. It was just way different. You could tell the people that were working the counter cared about the weed, you know. And I was just a McDonald's manager at the time. And I would always come in. They knew me as a McDonald's guy, bro, basically, you know, because I was wearing my uniform every time, just buying heady ass nugs. And eventually, they're like, dude, you should be working with us. I'm like, you know, I don't really know about all that. You know, like I gotta have a taxable job for the kid, you know. And then I was vetting there a little bit too, because my buddy was growing GDP, like some of the best GDP, like back then. You know what I mean? Because that was the grapes era, like 07 to like 2010, like real perps, you know. And he's from the Bay, set up a trap in Sly Park, you know. So we were just pushing that shit to clubs on consignment all the time. And like, dude, you have the skill and like the ability, like you understand what the weed is, like you should work here, you know. And it wasn't until they shut down that shop and moved to RCP and like partnered with some other guys where I finally was just like, oh fuck it, I'll quit my job. Started bud tending and shit, and then just worked my way up the ranks.
You hear that? Started at bud tending. It's a great entry-level job for weed. People always ask me, yo, how can I get in? What should I do? I was like, I don't know, but like, I don't know what to tell you because I don't know what you're good at. But like, yo, why don't you just fucking start as a bud tender?
There's no reason. I thought it was tight. It was sick, dude. You're seeing all sorts of, and when that was back,
why not?
dude, that was when the cannabis clubs actually meant something, where you could go in there and shop weed. Anyone that went and got the recommendation cared about the weed.
Yeah.
Now it's a custody market, bro. They want pre-rolled shit with flavor infused this, you know, which, you know, I'm not mad at in the sense of like, get your money, do your thing, but like, the cannabis club meant something back in the day, bro. Yeah. Every person in there was looking at the nugs like, is this good? Are you sure it's good? And I'm like, bro, trust me, this is good. Or this isn't good. I tell people straight up, yo, this shit's hay. Don't buy that. You're spending $50 on the AIDS, don't buy that. You know, and some people would be like, yo, that's the homie. I'm like, bring better weed in. Bring some better weed in, bro. It's not my fault that homie came in and sold the sack, and I'm not going to push that. And, you know, people feel some type of way about all that, but that's on them. Like, I'm pushing fire all the time. It is what it is. You know it. Like, we all know it.
Yeah, bro. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, and if not, I have no problem just waiting. Or like the club should always have good shit on the shelf. You know, for me, it was always about safe access, terpene, you know, education for the people. Because most of the time, bro,
still need it.
Yeah, you'd ask people why are you here to get high. You know, if you want to really get high, then some of this shit that's 13% THC is going to get you higher than some of the other shit. If you want like an indica effect, or you know, well, that's old language, but you know what I mean. Like there's some shit that's testing really low that has a good terpene ratio that's going to get you the effect you want.
That's a fact.
And we were smoking all the weed back then to tell people what was up, and that's like I took pride in that shit.
Hell yeah, bro. And like, yo, you probably learn so much, bro, like just off working there. Like you learn how the patients interact. You learn what the patients want. You can learn stuff from the buyers, who's bringing in the shit.
Oh, just and even then, that was back when
the menu.
Absolutely. And obviously, I was blessed to work with a lot of people that actually cared as much as I did. You know what I mean? And like, shout out all those OGs that really helped put me on game too and curate like my ability to be able to decipher too, because it wasn't just like a solo thing. Like it was just all of us kind of helping each other and all of us learning together. That's what makes it cool, you know.
Yeah, bro. That's the first thing I tell people when they're trying to figure out where the fuck to go in the biz, bro.
Well, yeah, like it's the ground floor, bro. Like you don't want to be the commander of an army without, you know, knowing what really goes on down there.
Gotta learn,
and that's the thing. And even right now, that's why it's like it's a whole new era right now. But still, people want the budlets. They want the small sacks. And if you want to focus, like if you want to be a successful brand in this industry, you can still have your heady eights, but you got to offer something to the people that is at that mid-level tier, but still give them some fire, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm seeing, at least. Maybe I'm wrong, but.
Yeah. I mean, it would behoove you to have SKUs of like the top, middle, and then I don't know if you fucking with the bottom, but if you're gonna be at the bottom, own the bottom, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure there's shit we could
There's
side
companies that do that.
skirt as companies where you could throw it in there and make it a bottom tier thing, but it's still high grade quality. You know, maybe we do take the hit, like you said, you're losing money on this drop, but you're making up for it over here.
Exactly. When I drop my veggie pizza SKU, it's gonna be my mixed light, AAA mixed light.
Dude, which is sick. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that type of shit, bro. People can say whatever they want, but I don't see people trying to do something new, or at least, dude, sometimes you got to take the L because that's how you get the W. You know what I mean?
Facts, bro, because, not making, like, look, it's great to sell good weed, good pizza, 9 out of 10 batches only, that's cool, but it's hard as fuck to scale, and eventually I got to make some money.
Well, and at the same time, just keep it honest. You tell them, motherfucker, if they really care about the weed, dude, this shit's it's not the A1 batch, but it's some work weed. That's cool too, bro. We all have our needs for shit like that.
Exactly.
And here's the thing: if you know growing at all, it's not always going to be that 9 out of 10 batch. Bro.
No, dude.
I don't care who you are. Even the best growers, you're only as good as your last grow. That's what people say, right?
Exactly.
And it's like that's true because, dude, you could have mechanical issues. There's so much shit that goes on with the grow, even when you have the quote unquote tech. Like there is no tech. Like the tech is putting the plant first. Doing what you can, noticing the differences and shit, dude. That's just what it is.
The tech is putting the plant first,
dude. If you do that and you care about the weed, bro, it will literally perform for you in the best way possible. Because it's like, I tell people this, like if you didn't like dogs and you're like a dog trainer, bro, but you didn't like dogs in your personal heart, there's no way those animals are gonna like respond to you in the way. I don't care how good you are at your job. It's the same thing with the weed. If you're growing weed to sell weed, bro, you know what I mean? That's a whole different thing than growing for people to smoke it.
Nah, that's real talk, bro. Hell yeah. What's up, familia? Yo, check this out. I got to take a second to shout out my sponsor, the Gotti brand. Thank you so much for the sponsorship. Here's where you can find the fire in California. The Gotti brand can be purchased at Cookies Maywood, Cookies Woodland Hills, Cookies Sacramento, Lemonade Sacramento, Lemonade South Sac, Main Stage Sac and Davis, Zen Garden Wellness down in SoCal. You can get at Lemonade Van Nuys. So, thanks again. See y'all back on the show. So when did you hop in the garden, boss?
Man, like official garden like that. Like I really started working in gardens when as soon as I graduated high school, I started going to my buddy's trap. He had 2 10-light rooms under his house in Sly Park, and he only grew GDP. Like this fool's like 50-year-old dude. I'm from Sunset District, San Francisco. I only grow GDP, and he was the type of dude that's like, I have the recipe. My uncle taught me, and it was fire every time, like it was.
So he did have the recipe.
Yeah, like that was the time. And back then, dude, that's when growers didn't talk about being growers and shit. You weren't flexing your shit on Instagram, bro. Like, you just said you had the plug. You didn't even tell anyone that you knew a grower. Like, I mean, some people did maybe, but back then I didn't. Like, you just wanted to have the sack and just move the weight, But literally, once I saw shit like that, I was like, dude, I could do this, right? But never really kind of pushed it, because just having a kid and shit. But literally, when I got in the garden, like officially for like the branding shit, was when Big Dog Mike heard that I was in the saltwater coral tanks. He's like, bro, you manage coral tanks? I'm like, dude, yeah. Like, it's water chemistry and this and that. Like, you're managing little parameters. He's like, dude, he pulled me right out of the shop. Moved me to, the spot that we ran. It was 60-light spot. 4 10-light rooms, all 2 weeks apart. So, perpetual harvest. So, I really learned how to grow at, like, scale in that sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're pulling 20 pounds every 2 weeks. Like clockwork. So, the cloning, everything needs to be on point, So, once you learn how to do it like that, you could do 40-light rooms like that. Yeah. You just up it. It's just math,
It's all staggered.
Yeah, so I learned a lot like that, We're testing different, shit out, different nutrient lines. We're testing out, hydroponics, this, that, whatever. Yeah. So it was cool. I got a lot of free game because you're doing harvests every 2 weeks, bro, where you learn what worked and what didn't work, whereas like the average grower has to wait a whole year. They're doing it once a year compared to us,
Yeah, wow.
So I got a lot of free, doing that for 2 or 3 years. Imagine how many harvests you get.
So you started inside?
I mean, we were always growing outside with the homies.
You were hitting the season every season.
Bro, every season, yeah. With my
I'm
boys.
saying,
I was a trimmer. I was a trimmer, bro. Every year, that's how I paid for my Christmases and shit. You go up there and make $1,000 on a weekend, bro, and just come home. And like that's how we started moving weight to RCP and shit too. So obviously me being plugged in like that, it was an easy alley. Like that was my whole intention really too on getting hired at the clubs because my buddies were growers. So we started pushing our packs into the clubs, but we didn't say it was like through me. We just had the homie come in there and we knew it was fire, because some people get biased when you're the homie bringing it in. So I would tell my boys what to say and just you get it on the shelf.
That's tight. Yeah. That's tight, bro. So first grow, you with your boy Mike, right? When did you wind up at Alien Labs Connected Nursery?
So 5 years I just started getting big. Obviously the corporate investors and shit come in like that, which I'm not mad at. I get it, dude. But we just had our differences in how we wanted to do the company. And I was always good friends with Teddy just from him coming into the shop and just vending the weed there. So I'm like, yo, I could see me running with you and your team, He's like, bro, for sure. He's like, just say the word. And, you know, I was kind of bummed. I was bummed to leave, dude. I still love the company I'm with. I'm back with him now, as everyone knows, you know, so it all circles back around. But, yeah, he was like, dude, I could put you on, man. Like, you know, and he introduced me to Jordan and shit. And then,
oh, no shit, man.
Yeah. So, obviously, you know, shout out Jordan, shout out Teddy, man.
Shout out the homies.
Yeah, shout out the homies, man. Put me on. But literally, he introduced me, you know, I got the tour 88, the connected spot, dude. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, like, it's on. And then, you know how.
88?
Yeah, he just gave me the tour. He's like, bro, you know, I showed up all, you know, dappered up with the tie and shit. And Jordan's like, why you dressed like that? I'm like, what do you mean? I thought this was an interview, you know? He's like, oh, dude, like, Ted said you're good. Like, you've ran spots. Like, I've got Ted the tour of my spot. He's like, dude, it's good. I was like, oh, shit, okay, my bad, fuck. You know, and, like, I'm pretty sure.
You had a suit on at the Grow?
It was like a velvet purple shirt and shit and a tie and shit. I thought I was going for an interview, bro.
Yeah,
like, really, especially at Connected Nail Labs, where I was trying to get the job.
Yeah,
shit.
No doubt.
But he was like, yeah, it was good. And they were setting up. This is way back before the Merced spot. I think it was when they were, like, talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we got a spot coming online, bro. You know, and then the spot fell through right when I, like, parted ways.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, you know. But they were hiring a driver at Connected Nail Labs, bro. So I just drove for 6 months doing all the drops, collecting cash and shit before I could get into the garden, you know, because that was just, like, a waiting spot.
Got you.
And then, you know, T-Figs needed help in the garden, baby. Shout out T-Figs, man.
Yeah,
and,
shout out T-Figs.
I'm like, God, bro, that's my brother. Yee! But literally, we're doing 20,000 clones a month in the garden, bro. You know, just small crew, man. Me, him, and KP, or me, him, and Gino, we're just literally crushing.
Killing shit.
On top of doing your mom work, on top of doing your restarts, on top of the backups for the phenos that we were hunting at the time.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that goes into it.
Let's talk about what, so this will probably put things in perspective from our audience, like, if you're tuned into the game, the strains, the timelines, etc. What strains were you guys hunting then?
Right when I hopped in, it was, I think that's right when the Guava Biscotti was coming on. We were picking through those. There was a couple different ones. And, yeah, I think that was right when Melanate or Bisconte.
Oh, Bisconte.
Yeah, Bisconte was one of the ones I think we selected as a crew. You know, under Jordan's wing. You know, like that was the beans that we were all hunting.
Yeah, yeah.
But, yeah, a couple good bangers, you know.
Were you there during the Gelato 41s, the Biscotti?
No, that was way earlier. I was 530 at that time. You know?
Got you.
But for 530, I popped the Crystal Cookies number 4. That was one that I popped and selected. That made a little bit of a wave.
I got a batch of those Crystal Cookies in 2017 or 18. They were the most frosted fucking cookies I've ever seen in my life. And people that know, like,
it had a very unique.
The nose was a little sweet.
Oh, it's almost doughy and sweet, yeah.
Doughy
like
and
a
sweet.
Sugar cookie-ish, but like
kind of like a
shit
cookies and cream, but better.
Yeah.
And yo, I remember like in the bottom of the bag. This is before I was doing like jars and shit. I was doing sandwich bags still, fresh off the East Coast. And I remember like, it was just like, it looked like fucking just straight crystal at the bottom.
Oh, bro,
of the bag,
it's nuts.
Bro. It just
they still keep it around. They still keep it around. You know what I mean? But it stacks. Like, you know, it just has kind of unique needs, so it's hard one to do at scale and shit.
I got you.
But yeah, dude, that was one of the ones. Shout out my boy, keeping it bubbling, man. He literally reminded me.
Shout out my dog King Life for lacing me up with the Crystal Cooks. Man.
Yeah, yes,
He's coming on the show soon.
Yeah, see, that's one too. I'd be interested to see in a wash because a lot of these ones too, like maybe they don't make it in the production flower room, but it's one we could wash. Yeah, and with the young
I was just about
gods.
to say that. The only thing is, it didn't have too much flavor, like a really strong flavor.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you'd want to smoke that in rosin, but I bet you it would dump like a motherfucker.
Well, and that's the thing. Yeah, maybe it's a different type of profile too, based on what you do to it.
Yeah.
Who's to say? Because I know there's a lot of strains that don't smoke necessarily the best in certain forms, but like in a dab, like it's better.
Yeah, there
like
you go.
GMO. Like I don't smoke GMO in a flower really, but I'll smoke it in like a.
I'm kind of over it in flower. I liked it at first, and I was like, I'm kind of over this. And then, just smoking it in rosin or like Purple Punch. I'll smoke that in rosin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'll smoke it, but I gotta smoke something else.
I'm gonna get fucking flamed for that one. Time out. Purple Punch crosses. I recently had a dope Purple Punch cross. Crostata. It's like Biscotti Sunday, Tom Sherb something.
Well, dude, and let's go back to the
shit.
thing. I don't like to be biased on the genetics. If it smokes, it smokes, bro. It's the same thing like when we're dropping certain strains. You hear it already, you're like, oh, not that one. It's like, dude, when that dropped, everyone was trying to grow it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, let's not talk shit about like because it's all subjective, bro.
That too.
Just like when they talk about Gorilla Glue Forward, all the bullshit around that. It's like, dude, now people are smoking it again. It made its way back, you know.
In a fucking major
I love it.
way, dog. Like,
and I love it. And shout out Keeping It Bubbling, some of the best rosin I've ever smoked, bro.
It is,
literally, that shit's busting,
bro.
And that's the boy, man. He literally cares about the weed so much in a way where it's like it's inspiring to work with people like that, where they literally put you on. They want you to do better, or like working with dudes like you and like all these big dogs, man. Like they want you to strive to do your best. Like so, it's like it's refreshing.
For sure, bro. Yeah, Keep It Bubbling. Shout out to him, man. He was a A Michelin chef.
Oh, dude, he's a wizard.
And
that just shows right there. He's a true wizard, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he's got past what he does, man. Yeah.
Single source, solo source, single source. That means
big dog.
He's the only one.
Yeah, and I also, met him through Jordan again, so it's like, it all circles back to a certain group of people, at least within my circle, that's like, we've always cared about the weed, and it just shows with our work,
Yo, I don't think I've hit it off with a dude from the East Coast out here quicker.
Absolutely.
This fool used to sell mixtapes. I used to get him off Canal Street in New York. Yo, we just had the craziest reminiscent mixtape era conversation. Like I'm shooting through my shoe boxes, sending him little videos. Yo, you remember this tape, son? You remember this DJ SNS?
He's like, hell yeah.
Doo-Wop Face Off when they dropped that Twins deep cover, Big Pun and Fat Joe. Come on,
yo, and yeah, he's the guy. Shout out
Italy.
Flatline, baby. You just watch for that. Flatline coming soon, man.
Flatline, what's that? Oh yeah,
me and Matt can talk about that. Little collaboration, bro.
Saw that. That's you and him.
Yeah,
nice, bro.
We got little projects in the works, man.
Yeah, fucks with that. It's a good name too. Flatline.
Oh, absolutely, bro. And like as soon as he said it, bro, I was like, bro, we're gonna start something big with that, And he knew right away. He's like, yo, Flatline family, it's going down,
We used to say that. We used to say that when we dip. Like, yo, I'm out the Flatline.
No, absolutely, bro. When we're dabbing, bro, it's a different level, bro. We're Flatline. Yeah, if you can kick it with that, you're Flatline all day. So that's what it is.
Hell yeah, bro. So after Connected Alien Labs Nursery, where does Billy go? Back to with Blueprint?
Yeah, slide with the boys.
Ooh.
We're just gardening. Pick some, select some strains, drop in the rec market, man.
All right, hold on. Let's tell the people what strain era this was with Blueprint. The beginning.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it was the Jesus P90 Lindy drop.
Jesus P90 and Lindy.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah, and so obviously we were growing for a year before it dropped. Like more than, and obviously collectively we've all been growing for a long ass time. But it's like, when we were really working on that project, it was like a year and a half before it hit the scene.
How'd that all come about for you, bro? Like,
oh, just growing with the homies, and we're just talking about, we got to really put the plant first and work for it the best way. And, we just knew it was time to, like, just kind of, expand.
Do the own thing?
Yeah,
Cool, man.
Because I've been growing for everybody for, like, a long time. Or not like everybody, like, basically like somebody else. I've always been a good, garden hand or a manager or this or that. Sure. So it was cool to, like, jump on something that was just new. Just the start of it.
Yeah. And just, dude, that was it.
Yeah, and
I watched the whole thing from the start, bro. It's fucking dope, and it's dope to be working with you guys now, man. It's fucking nuts.
Well, and that's the thing. It's basically like a super collection of dudes. So mainly I'm under like the 530 wing of the branding, but it's just like we're under one facility now. We all have like a bunch of knowledge, and we're just trying to do the best we can for even each other, just as a company, but really the weed. Like I'm a soldier for the plant, bro. That's what I say. Bro. So I'll do it. Sometimes I got to be in the public, doing the brand ambassador shit. Sometimes I'm doing like some behind the scenes sales shit, but like, and here and there I'm doing some heavy clone work, bro. It's just how it is.
Like I said, he does it all, folks.
I appreciate that, bro. And no one's even trying to act like anyone's better than anybody else. It's not even how it is. It's just like, I'm blessed. We're all blessed to even be in this type of space where we have like jobs talking about weed and shit. Like, it's a blessing to me. Like I appreciate it more every single day. Like us sitting in an office, bro, when we're really hunting phenos, it really feels professional. Considered like, compared to sitting in the car. Yo, what's this one tasting like, bro? When we're all sitting together, really rolling shit up, bro, it feels tight. Like it's way more official. I gotta remind
myself, like, yo, I am working right now. You are being productive. Like, cause I beat myself. I'm like, yo, I got a lot of shit I need to do. But
my chick calls. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm fucking burning some hogs with the boys, man. But I'm selecting phenos. But you got to do it sometime. What am I gonna do? Have you guys come to the house with like the kids there and we're doing that shit? It's like, no, we gotta have an office space now where we're professionally checking the buds out. You feel me? So it's just like that's just.
The next time my wife calls me, I'm gonna tell her that. Yo,
dude, I'm telling you, bro. It feels surreal. Like call my chick. Sorry, I'm busy. I'm smoking with the guys talking about the weed.
Yo, can I hit you back, bro? Like I'm burning hogs with the boys.
I'm literally at the office, bro. This is important.
Yeah, is this important?
Yeah. Well, no, because think if we select the wrong one, you're growing that shit in the garden. And you're like, wait, is this the one? Was it the 2 or was it the 4?
On, bro.
You make a mistake like that, bro, and it's affecting your real job. So it's like this shit matters. The labeling matters. Something as simple as writing the plant tag down correctly and not being a stoner ass.
Yes, bro.
Dude, you could be fucking up big time shit, and we've done it. Like, or not we, but like people. We've done it. Actually, let me correct myself. We've all done it.
Seen it happen.
We killed. Did you say kill the 5 or kill the 4? Or and you actually killed the wrong one. And that's the only one, bro. I've taken shit out of the trash. Not out of the trash, but low key. Plants alive. You go try and savor a cut. Like I've done all sorts of shit. To like savor a cut, bro.
Swoop.
Yeah. Or no, I'm just saying when we had to kill a mom and we're like, did we mean to kill that one? Oh shit, we that was the keeper.
Yeah.
Or you make sure when the rule of thumb to me is when they say kill it, save 3.
Save 3. Got it.
Every time they say kill the mom, we don't want that strain. All right, cool. I'm taking 3 cuts because in 2 or 3 months someone's gonna re-smell a bag and be like, that's the one. seen it happen. Every company's done it. Then I get the call, man, in the nursery. Hey, we actually did like that one. I'm like, remember, here's the text that you said, kill it. And they're like, yeah, I know, but it's like, you're lucky I know that you guys do that, and I do that too. So it's like, we save 3.
See, that's the difference between having somebody that's just like whoever, whatever, and a guy like you that knows how to not only grow but procure a menu, knows what good smoke is, knows what the people like. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you still out in the public. You're doing demos, you're doing sales, so you're in the public. You're doing the growing. You know what I'm saying? You're procuring members. You're doing your thug dizzle on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody.
You have to. Yeah.
And like, bro, that's a good player. You're a very valuable player.
Well, no, I appreciate that. And I mean, and to me, it's just like you have to be able to adapt and be able to do all those things. So it's like if you're the grower that can grow the weed but can't sell it, then you have to outsource somebody and find a network to sell it too. So it's good to have your feet wet and a little bit of everything. And I've always just, been able to kind of just see and maneuver and adapt, And that's all it is, bro. You're basically being a grower. You're just a problem solver. You're troubleshooting all day. You're checking the room. Does this room feel right? This sensor says 80, but dude, it feels hotter than that. And maybe your fucking shit's down, and now your whole room's smoked because in the first couple weeks, your bud set's off now because you had too hot of a room, and bang, now you're going for 4 weeks knowing it sucks. Yeah. Like, there's nothing worse than that, than knowing a fucking mistake.
And finish off what you know is going to suck.
It's absolutely the worst.
It's defeating.
Yeah, but you still have to do it. You can't just cut the room down right then. Sometimes, like, some people do, I guess, but I've never had to do that, thankfully. But you'll have some pinner runs, bro, where you're discouraged, and then it makes you want to try that much harder the next time, bro. Yeah, bro. That's what it is.
That's why I got so much respect for growers, man, because, just like a lot of my friends are growers out here, and I'm in those conversations or on the sideline of those conversations just hearing about, like, fuck, dude, what really goes on, how this shit really goes down, and what you're up against every fucking day, every fucking run, bro. And it's just like,
well, I've never seen people stress more than, like, even though we know what we're doing, you don't. There's days I walk in there, bro, where you get imposter syndrome, where you're like looking at all these plants, like, dude, do I really know what the fuck I'm doing? Yeah. Like, look at all these plants, you know what I mean? Like, dude, absolutely you do. Don't question yourself. You wouldn't be in this position if
bro.
You didn't at least halfway know. And if you only halfway knew and you're there, count your blessings. You really, really need to try and know what's going on. Bro. And it's always changing, bro. Like I said, like, it's always, there's something new you can learn. Inner canopy lighting, we're learning, like, different irrigation strategies, So there's tons of different things you can do to get to the same result. I've hand watered for years, bro. I used to hand water for years. And never had a problem. Or like you're like, still managing the root zone just by watering it less and less every day, but still giving it what it needs.
And that is so much like instinct, bro. Hand watering is straight instinct. You're lifting pots.
Yeah, and it's tedious.
Checking soil with your fingers, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and you're paying attention to, like,
it takes pest issues, like, time to fucking master, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I tell everybody all the time, like, it doesn't matter if it's going good. Like, you learn the most when it's going bad. So I want to be able to troubleshoot every problem, bro. Like, when I go in the garden, I can almost assess most problems.
That is so real, bro. Because I'll tell you what, man, my first outdoor run when I was out here, my grower partners laced me up with a bunch of cuts. Went really good, bro. The only mistake I made is I put 2 different strains in the same pot.
Oh, shit. And but even back then, dude, you're just like, oh, fuck it.
One flowered first. I burned the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it was a lot. But then, so I didn't really fuck that much up, so I didn't really learn that much, right? It was great when I was like, I'm a grower now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So next one, a little worse. Third one, fucking cooked it, bro. Cooked it. And then I learned the most valuable lessons from my third run was you have to be here every day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's every day, bro.
It's even when you have automation, bro, like, getting eyes on it is one of the most important things.
Day, bro.
Yeah. You can't trust it. But there's times that'll sensor will tell you it's good. You're like, oh, that's just an average of the room on most of the sensors that we have. So you're only measuring that plant in that room, but you try to do it spread out so it's a good average of the room. But dude, sometimes it could be a whole nother problem.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so it's like, I try to, like you said, you got to get eyes on it, and you really have to want to be there.
Yeah.
Because someone's coming in on Christmas morning to check that shit out. Like, someone's coming on Thanksgiving to check that shit out, bro, and it's usually one of us.
Yeah.
And I take pride in doing it, so it's like, I'm honored,
I always see one of you guys on the holidays in there, man.
Yeah, you got to. And it's like, it's not even like a big deal to us, but to 2 hours of somebody else to go in there, 5 in the morning to go water for 2 hours. Why am I doing this? It's like, bro, you have to want to do it.
You have to. It's for glory, man. I talked to this dude, Mick, this old time. I used to rent trucks and shit. And this guy was a semi-truck repair guy, and he would get called out in the middle of the night. And I'd be like, yo, Mick, how the fuck do you do it? He's like, you know what? I asked myself that same question, man. I was on the side of Route 78 last night, which is like runs parallel to Route 80.
Yeah.
He's like, it's snowing out. He's like, I'm fixing a brake or a tire on a rig. And he's like, my head is this far from the white line, and there's semis flying by. It's 3 a.m.
Dude, think if you set it up wrong.
What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
He's like, I do this shit for the glory, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this because
it feels good.
It's for the money, bro. Like,
dude,
I do this because, like, yeah, man. He it's helping people. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fulfillment you get out of your gig, man, you gotta love the shit, bro.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Especially with a plant like this, bro. You know, it's like it's not killing anybody. You're really putting people on. Like this shit could save a lot of people's lives out there.
Yeah.
You know? And it does every day. You know, so especially like there's nothing like when you're cutting clones.
For sure.
And you have like a 90% or like 98% rooting rate on when you're cutting 20,000 clones, bro. Like that feels good.
Pretty
to know that
fucking
every
good.
single one's rooting, and it's usually higher than that.
Yeah.
You know, because the rooms are so dialed, and like we're doing our shit so on point. Like, There's nothing better than propagating like that.
Yo, I don't know why, but I feel like you're in a fucking old rocking chair. You hear
Oh
that
yeah,
shit?
bro. I keep sliding. Yeah. I was like,
let's get this man another chair.
Yeah, I know.
So, Jamie, slide him another chair, would you? Okay. Give it a little test drive.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, see, clutch.
You know what I'm saying?
That's Silent Avenger, man.
If you want to drop it, just hit the little thing on the side. You feel me? So anyway, word, bro. That's dope, man. What's next 5 years look like, bro? You got any projects in the works? Anything like you're working on? Any goals? Anything that we should know about?
Man, I'm just trying to just keep doing it right now, dude. Because the next couple of years will tell if what's gonna happen. Because it's tricky, man. Everyone's holding on. Yeah, everyone's holding on right now. So I'm not trying to. Obviously, it's good to look hella far ahead. I just want to stay in the industry any way I can. Yeah, just keep on pushing.
You know what's crazy about that answer you just gave me, bro? Like, I'm a real I believe in 1 year. I mean, I believe in a weekly plan, a daily plan, a monthly plan, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, all that shit, right?
Absolutely, levels.
But with cannabis, bro, like what I've been noticing is, dog, I don't know. There's a more ever changing market that exists, and I don't know more a market with more variables than we have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
We go on the list of variables where it's quality, batches, this, that, like
when you
things
have to
can happen. People robbing you, shitty distros fucking up your money, like all kind of shit, bro.
And that's a whole thing in itself. Like, who do you hire to like run your distro and shit like that? You know, like man. You really have to like interview. The interview process needs to be a lot heavier because I feel like a lot of that shit too that they're doing, it has to be inside jobs.
It's the same pool of motherfuckers,
it has to be inside jobs, bro. They're trying to, there's no way, dog. Like, or maybe it's not, but you got to think a lot of the times that's happening. It's like they know where the weed's at and who's going to be there when they're not going to be there.
Oh, that too.
Oh, aside from that, like we've had people trying to rob our building, bro. Like at 5 they were cutting in, years ago, they were trying to cut into the harvest room while we had workers there. They're in there trimming, like, dude, they're hacksawing the metal building.
Wow, bro.
So the old homie, he was like my boy, but he was like the guy who ran all 3 spots, and we like reported to him. Terrible. But he races over there, and they go take off running and shit, like while our homies were there working.
Damn, bro.
But they knew where the harvest room was, but so that I think they just got lucky on that one.
Job.
Yeah, I mean, there was only 2 or 3 people working there at the time, so I don't think it was inside on that one.
But I don't believe in coincidences, Billy. It's really hard.
You're not wrong. I tell my chick that all the time, man.
As soon as you start believing coincidence,
think of it like this.
You're trying to convince yourself the shit didn't happen.
Think of it like this, too, all right? If it was going to get robbed, why did it get robbed when it was already dried and ready to go into totes?
Yeah, you're right. They trim it still, right?
You know what I mean? So out of 3 months or whatever, but like they only had a couple, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into that shit. But dude, it was crazy game. Like people be doing some scandalous shit out there, and it's not cool, man.
Out there, bro.
Yeah, it's not good.
So I'm going to hop in some questions with you I'm curious about, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really curious about how you answer this one. So if you could debunk any cannabis myths or bullshit, you call them bullshit on something out there you see in the game industry, grow, what have you, what would it be?
I mean, call them bullshit. I mean, I guess for me, the main thing right now that's the most annoying is like, indica is just for sleep, and sativa is just for this. Because I smoke hella sativa or whatever, where you're like fucking stoned, bro. I'm sitting here like,
right.
like literally like fucked up, like stoned. Yeah. But like not like fucked. I can still drive my car, like not like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That can never happen. We're talking about weed here. Yeah, we're talking about weed here, guys. Right, like you know what I mean? That's never happened. No matter how many dabs, what I'm doing, we're making it home. Jesus Christ. But yeah,
goddamn right.
There's sativa I've seen though that grow really. It's referring to the growth pattern of the weed most of the time. Like sativas are closer to the equator. That's why they grow hella elongated. Trying to keep themselves cooled out compared to indica, where it's like mountain weed, where it grows short and stocky to, stay warm. So. Yeah, that's probably one of my biggest myth, where it's just like you'll see people that are just so turned off by weed in the store. Indica cannot smoke it. I'm like, dude, Jesus Christ! Like you'll smoke this and get the happy glow that you want. You smoke a batch of runs, dude. It's good smoke, but it's like is indica sativa? Oh, whatever. It's like, dude, this is. I ask people, what
are what gave this feeling?
I'm like, what do you want to feel? Are you trying to feel like motivated? I like try to get people out of that language. I'm like, what are you trying to do? Do you want daytime or some evening shit? But there's still good indicas that you can smoke during the day. But people just, like, they get spooked by the language. So
dog,
it's crazy.
I was doing a demo the other day, man. It's just like, you just sitting there, you just want to just stop the conversation right there. Like they're like,
It's crazy.
can I get let me get a sativa and a hybrid fucking distillate cart.
Yeah.
Right? And then the bro was like, yeah, let me get like a couple sativa pre-rolls and a couple hybrids.
Yeah.
You know, just for like midday. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah, no.
I just want to slap him with
You're firing that out? Let's say, here, check out the new.
I just wanted to slap him with a fucking bag of good pizza. What we got here, killer?
Some new 5.3.
Hello.
Yeah, you know.
What flavor is that, pal?
I think it's Biscotti Sherb, our new Biscotti Sherb.
Nice, dog.
Yeah, it's buzzing.
Fucking with it.
You know, a lot of people are running the same genetics, but we have different cuts and shit. But it all comes down to, you know, tech, all your medium, all your shit, all your, you know, what you're doing. But, you know, gotta have some headies out here, man.
You already know, bro. Fuck, what was I gonna ask you? Yeah, let me see some of those beef nuggets, cuz.
Oh,
I'm finna roll bar some of them up. Can you spot them out of the jar?
Yeah.
Do you know what a beef nugget looks like?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
What a fucking great name for weed, huh?
Yeah, you gotta talk to Jordan on that one.
And how the day was chosen, hilarious.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
it
not gonna
really
reveal any
does have a
information.
savory.
I'm not revealing any of that information, by the way.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to go too deep. I think that's right there.
Because the story was just too. There's nothing to the name. It wasn't like this profound sit down. It was I just love how shit like that happens.
Oh, bro! Obviously, we all smoke weed at heart, you know. So some of that shit, it's just like, oh, that's the one.
That's the one. Bro,
Yeah, because usually shows where it's like
so
shit like
good.
that, bro. There's shit that just comes up where you're like, yeah, you know.
It's like the good weed name, like the good weed name era.
It's probably all. It's like down the bottom, bro.
So,
sure.
what are all your quality check boxes for quality cannabis?
Oh shit! I mean,
What do you look for?
obviously there's huge debate on that, but it's like
Or what
dude,
should
we're all
one
smoking
look for?
we're all smoking to get high, obviously. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna smoke something that doesn't have flavor.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, you just have to follow the strains, follow what's going on, not in terms of like the market, but like us being involved in the growing. You know, you can kind of see what's what and just decipher. But a lot of times I can tell right away, just being like smelling it. I know certain profiles for me, at least like that's going to be close. And if it's not, you smoke it and find out. That's the true tell.
Yeah. And if you gotta put it out, you put it out.
Yeah, and there's times where you have to, you know, if it doesn't grow well at first, you're not even going to try to smoke it. You know,
Exactly.
Like, you know, not to say that there's some
It didn't
that
get
grow
its full potential.
Yeah, there's some that grow like shit, like Skittles and shit like that, like grow terrible, but we love the smoke. You know,
Yeah.
obviously, but yeah, it's just
That's
so
the
many
unicorn.
different. There's so many different factors, bro. You know.
That's the fucking unicorn, man.
Oh, you gotta love it, man.
What about a weird skill you have, bro? You got any weird skills or life hacks or both?
What a life hack. I mean, I'm still trying to figure life out. I got no hacks on that. You know, I know how to. I know how to go straight. I keep it cruising, man. I know how to keep cruising, but
That's
I don't
right.
have a hack for it yet.
Any weird skills?
I'd say the skill. I mean, I know if I had like a pocket knife right here, I'm like a wizard at throwing knives in walls and like trees.
There you
and
go.
shit.
There you go.
And
Well, he's a
homie
knife
throw
thrower,
a pair
folks.
of Chica Mosses.
He does it all.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Watch it.
I'm literally with it.
Come
on that.
correct
That's
when
a
you
weird
fuck with a
skill.
Wild Bill. You fuck around and catch a knife in your neck from across the fucking street. Fool.
Yeah. Well, I always tell people if I was a bartender or something, you know, if someone stiffed me on the tip back in like the 1900s, that would have been the way out.
You stab him in the hand.
No, I'd let them walk.
Fuck
I'd
you
let them
all.
eat. I'd be like, oh, my God. You know, if they stiff you on the tab, yeah.
Yeah.
But only in the cowboy days or something.
Back of the
like
neck
Tombstone.
type shit, yeah.
Yeah, if I had my Tombstone get up on, man, you know.
The little knife.
Yeah,
boot-
Wild Bill,
boot
yeah.
knife.
Exactly. That's where Wild Bill would come to play, you know.
You motherfucking right.
Yeah.
So, how do you like to consume cannabis, bro? What's your twist?
Oh, shit, man, you know. In the morning, I'm smoking bongs, I'll be honest. Wake up, smoke a bong.
Bong guy, huh?
Oh, I love bongs, yeah. I'm smoking joints
does
every day,
Jonah?
too. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Buck Malone.
Okay.
Shit, smoking Coogene.
Big buck with the gel-made smoke, I see.
You feel me? Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, I'm smoking bongs in the morning, but yeah, I'm rolling up all
Bongs
day.
in the morning, I like
yeah,
it.
I'm rolling.
Why
rolling all
bong
day,
in the
boys.
morning? It's a good blast off.
It's just quick too.
It's quick.
Yeah, I
Nice.
grind it down, bro. And I love snaps. I mean,
I feel
I'm
like
known for having filthy bong water too. You know, if you
You
talk to my
dirty
chick,
motherfucker.
I'll clean it out here and there when I'm smoking. But bro, when you're waking up early and shit, you're just like, oh,
Gotta
I'm
go.
taking a snap, I'm sliding.
So you're wake and bake all day, every day?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
What do you do
You
first?
know, maybe I'll take a
when you
couple
get up?
dabs off the peak and shit. You know, but I'm only smoking that raw.
Oh,
as a
you're
kid.
in. As soon as you get up. I like it. See, that's me on like Saturday, Sunday. Like during the week, I like to get a couple things done first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just very. Oh no, I feel it. But for me, it's like that. You know, I need a little spark, man. I
Good
take my
pizza?
early. I take my early. Oh, it's ripping. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely good pizza, bro.
Yeah.
I take more than one slice. I'll take more than one slice on that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Coming to a theater near you.
Yeah, absolutely.
dispensary, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then as long as you got Bev, man, you know.
You know what I mean?
Can't go in
Just to
dry.
go.
You can't go in dry.
Oh,
you know?
bro.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what's up, man. If you had a weed superpower, what would it be?
A weed superpower?
Yeah,
As
bro.
in what? Like if I smoked the weed and something happened?
Anything you want, my friend. This is you found the fucking genie lamp. You rubbed that motherfucker. He came out like, look, Billy, you got one. Go.
One weed superpower, I would.
Some people go. NorCal's went like, I go like this, and all my shits, all my crop is lollipops. Another person would look at a.
Oh shit! I
look
feel
at the
you.
weed
I was
and
gonna say
know
I like
it
touching
yielded.
plants. All right, so if most people hate defoliating rooms, bro. I don't mind at all.
Every
I love doing
hit's
this shit.
every hit's like
Yeah,
the first
I would
hit.
just press a button and just have rosin whenever I need it without going through the whole process. Like the best rosin.
A good one and a new one.
Yeah, I
I
would just
like
have
it.
jars on deck, like baller jars. The press
It's like
of button.
it's like a soda dispensary.
Yeah,
Just
good
fucking
rosin is
hit
hard to come by, man. It is
Yeah,
hard to come
it
by.
is.
I'm always looking for the good shit to dab. Yeah, it would just be an unlimited supply of that, so I could focus
This
on growing.
motherfucker leaking too, boy.
Oh, she dripping.
God
yeah.
damn.
Oh, God.
Little drippy.
And that's
So-
my thing too. I really don't even look at ash unless it's like a problem.
Unless it's a problem, yeah.
Yeah, I'm smoking. You know,
Yeah.
not to say it doesn't. Like, of
I like
course
a
it
leaker.
matters.
I
Yeah.
like
Oh,
a
I need a
little
leaker. Oh, absolutely. There's qualities, baby. There's qualities to this, but
Yeah,
at the same
right.
time, man, like unless it's like funky, I should be able to smoke that shit in the dark.
Yeah,
And just like go
exactly.
through my day, and if there's an issue, I'm like, what the fuck is this? But just like
Yeah.
you'll look at it too, just if it's good too. If it ain't good, if your homie, if you pass it to the homie, he doesn't look back at you like, that was it.
Oh, he
pal?"
do the double
Yeah,
take?
it ain't good.
He's like
it ain't
analyzing
good.
it, like-
it ain't that
like you
good.
can't
Then
see
let's
it?
let's
Yeah.
find something better, or we'll just say
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and people get sour too because it's like, yo, that's someone's hard work. They're working for 3 months to produce some shit where your homie's like, it's all right. It's like I
And
get
I
it, bro. It hurts
understand,
your heart,
bro.
but at the
I
same
really
time, we
do.
got to be honest. If you care about your friend, you're gonna tell him it's just all right in hopes that it gets better.
I do understand that's a hard pill to swallow, bro, and it's like, yeah, you did put in a lot of time, effort into that, man. Like,
Well, no, we appreciate that. It's great.
but I know
It's
some
and to
growers
some
that
people,
want
it's
to
good
know.
enough.
I
Yeah.
know some growers that want to
Dude,
know,
this-
like,
The shit is tasting right though. I do love a good batch of
yo,
gel.
that shit's fire, bro.
It's one of the only like tangy citrusy trips that I fuck with.
The
It's kind of
only
creamy.
one.
It's kind of creamy.
Bro,
You know what I mean? It
the
has like
only
a,
one.
it has something to it where I like.
I can't even smoke Bisconte, bro. I love it. I love the terps, but it gets me racy as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
you don't fuck with the racy.
No, sir.
I don't fuck with it as it's.
I smoke to not be racy, bro. I be moving and grooving, man.
Bro.
On real in real life.
I get
Man,
paranoid.
need to
I get
chill.
paranoid. I'm like, I hate this. I'm like, let's do it again. Yeah. That's me every time.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to go away, and I'm like, get back in the seat. You know?
Yeah.
I swear, man. I don't know why it's like that, but you know, you gotta support
Love it. Love it. So now we're gonna go to the top 3 strains, my friend. One old, one new, and one desert island.
Bro,
You're stuck on that.
I was ready for this one.
I know you were, my
I
friend.
literally had to like write it down, but I.
No, it's good.
Well, no, because I had to
Shoot.
think about it hard. Because you know, when people ask you for your favorite band, you know, and you're like, then you say the worst
tough,
bands.
dude.
Yeah, you say the worst ones. But dude, the old school, I'd say like headband. Good batch of headband.
Oh,
I'd be
I like
down
that
with, you know,
one,
Headband
man.
smokes. I'm a gas fiend.
I just posted that yesterday.
Yeah?
That was Chaz from Friendly Farms answer. Old school.
I
Headband.
fuck with that.
Yep,
Okay.
me too.
There we go.
Continue.
No,
Desert
I thought you
Island.
said Ken.
Chem Dog. Oh, he did say
Yeah, he
Chem
said
Dog.
Kim. Yeah.
This guy knows my show.
I tried to
better
be
than I do.
original. I tried to be because I didn't want to say shit.
Headband.
Other people. I had to think, man.
I don't know why I button the. I
They're,
put them
I guess
together.
they're close.
They
right?
are close.
Isn't
They are
headband like
close.
Sourdough OG or some shit?
I
Or like
believe
I don't
so.
know what the 707 cut is, but that was like the one.
right,
or whatever.
right.
Yeah, that'd be my old school. Like the desert island. You know, I'd have to say, I was thinking form cookies, bro. I'm a cookie fiend. I'm gonna keep it real. You know, good form cookies back in that
I had
time.
one. Bro, this is the perfect batch. Just so you know, just so you don't stress yourself out.
The perfect batch.
This is the perfect batch.
Yeah, of form cooks. I'd have that on desert
Done
island
deal.
for show. I'd never be mad.
Done deal.
Yeah, and that new school, I would say, you know, keep it real with the Lindy, man.
Ooh, not
You know?
bad choices.
You got to keep it real with the Lindy,
not
man.
bad choices,
You know,
my friend. I
everyone
fucks with it.
everyone loves it, and you can't be hating on that shit. It's some of the best smoke right now. When it's done right, it's the best smoke.
I just ran out yesterday. I'm probably gonna buy another pound today.
Yeah, you know, and obviously, you know, the chef will keep you busy for in
Yeah.
between, but I'm still a Lindy
Chefs
guy.
hold me down.
Even P90, bro. It'd be a
Oh.
fight, you know, because P90 is the smoker's smoke, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It puts
no,
you
it
down,
is.
you
It
know?
is. It's just not a daily smoke for me because.
Oh, bro, I got shit to do.
The terps,
That's literally the one weed though
it's
where
not
it
my
puts me down.
favorite terps, but if I want to get fucking high, bro.
Yeah.
P90. You're the first person to sell me P90 before it came out. So.
Oh yeah,
Well, I
see,
probably
let's
shouldn't
go.
say that.
Oh, you know, see,
It came out.
It's the truth
just
of the
this weird
trade.
fucking whatever.
Yeah.
He probably renamed it.
Yeah.
But you
No,
was
it was
like,
P-
yeah,
yeah,
bro,
it
it's
was P90.
motherfucking P90, bro. This motherfucker have you feeling like? I'm like, all right, bro.
'Cause you cared about the weed too. That's when you hit me up. You're like, yo, I saw that we fucked with the same dudes. And I'm
Yeah.
like, shit, all right, dude, we'll fucking link. And you pull up to my house.
A proper intro. Let's talk about that for a second. A proper introduction. This is how I went to somebody's home that did not know me, and I purchased some weed off of them. Okay, for all you little fucking trappers with no manners.
Okay.
So it went a little something like this. Hey, bro, I see we have some of the same friends. Name drop the friends. You can check with them. They'll tell you I'm solid.
I did.
Would love to meet you. Do
I
some
hit up
biz
Ted.
with you.
I hit up
Let
Ted.
me
Shout out
know.
Ted. White Ashes
Shout
as
out
well.
Ted.
Yeah, I was like, because I know those dudes move weight and we're all in the same circle of dudes. So it's just like, they're like, yeah, he's solid. How'd you come to my house? No idea what you look like. Shit.
Done
Hit me on the phone
this.
with JP. I was like, oh shit. I was like, this guy, East Coaster.
Yeah.
What's up, my guy? We on.
What's up, my guy?
Yeah. And
You
it worked
feel
out.
me?
Worked out ever since, man. I'm pretty sure you got some
Got great.
baklava. Or
I did.
Maybe some.
Baklava and P90.
Yeah,
I believe.
See, baklava and P90, folks. We're out here pushing hammers.
You
know?
dig?
It's just
And
how
I
it
think
is.
we smoked some Jonay with some fucking wax like slapped on the side.
Yeah, that's
of it.
weird. We're smoking John
Yeah.
now. Bro, Destiny.
Full circle,
That's
bro.
the full DMT experience, Big in. Yeah.
That's
If you guys are into, some other shit.
Yeah. Yo, what about I see you keep
Don't
on-
ash it, bro. No, I'm like, I don't want to be the guy that ashes it on myself, though. I hate that shit.
No, it's all good, man.
I'll usually take one hit and pass it to somebody else, let them deal with it.
Like, look,
If the ash gets long, man, I'm like, shit, I don't need this problem.
Yeah, Ash Jeng is real,
Yeah,
man.
on God.
Ash Jeng real talk, man.
Bro, remember at the Zolivia? All of us are standing around like this
Like
with the
fucking
longest thing.
weirdos.
I'm like, fucking one's coming this way. You're like, oh my God, I don't want to be this guy
Yo,
now.
so recently, like, when I'm in the car dolo, like, I'm really tired of blowing, I got ashes all over my shit, both my shits.
Oh,
And,
dude,
like,
yeah. Usually I'm wearing all black and shit, too.
So
You can't be
what's-
looking up fresh with the ash on your...
when it's about to go, I let it go now. Like, I'm just fucking let it go, bro.
Well, yeah, and then I feel like an asshole trying to tell, all my homies, dude, point that thing down.
No,
bro.
I'm
And they're
by
this and that.
myself.
They're like,
No, I'm by
yeah.
myself.
Yeah, you heard it.
Yeah, man.
But hey, sometimes it's got to be like that. You got to put them on the joint
gotta do it,
etiquette.
man. Gotta do it. If there's a strain you could bring back, what would it be?
Oh, great. GDP. Real grapes.
GDP? Real-
yeah,
real
I mean, I'm sure someone's got it
That
somewhere.
comes up a lot, bro. I like that.
Yeah, I swear to God. That's one of the best smokes there is. I mean, in that era, bro, everyone was psyched for purple. That, or maybe even Afghani goo, bro. Let's be honest. Some real Afghan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the
maybe in
thing
place
is-
of GDP.
I've heard, the stories about Afghan go. I've been explained what it's like, how sticky it is, how stanky it is.
Bro, you could almost leave the fan leaves on. It was very
don't
unique
know.
looking bud and shit, bro.
I don't know if I think I may have had it on the. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you
called
could
goo,
tell.
right?
Yeah, goo. I mean, yeah.
They used to
that
call it
Afghan
goo.
goo. Yeah, those people
That's
that call
how
it.
it came.
It's a sticky.
Okay,
acid,
so yeah,
bro.
I have had it. Now that I walk
But that's
myself
just one of the
through that.
best ones, I think, in terms of if you could bring it back from the depths. Somebody's got it somewhere. I'm sure
I
someone will
remember who I
surface
got
it.
it from. He got popped and ratted, man. He didn't rat on me though.
Oh, see.
He said I ain't snitch on nobody from Harlem, B.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You got to be like that, man.
Yeah,
Stiff
bro,
lip,
still
man. The
scary
loose
as
lips.
fuck,
Loose
though.
lips sink ships. Remember that.
Scary, dog.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
try not to say too much myself, man. Even
Feel
coming
me?
on the podcast, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
you
you gotta take it easy.
got to critique the story in the right way where it's honest, but at the same time.
I cut shit. Like when I go back through and I see you talking too much grease, I'll cut it out.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, no,
Sorry.
I feel like we were good. Yeah. But yeah, you got the setup looking good in here, man.
Thanks, pal.
Real proper.
Feels
Dude.
good. Weed etiquette. What grinds your gears? What's your weed pet peeve? Smoking, growing, whatever. Cannabis pet peeve. What's fucking?
When
What's
people
not
show up
acceptable?
when people hit me up and they want to smoke and they don't bring any weed.
They still do that?
Oh yeah, there's people. Yeah, let's
Jeez.
smoke, bro. I mean, usually not a lot of my homies, but people that my homies that are other homies. They're like, "What's up? We smoking?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, pull up." And it's like they'll never have weed. I'm like, okay. Even though I kind of expected, they know I got the fire.
Yeah.
Because half the time, what they have, I'm like, they know I'm rolling anyways. But at least bring it. At least bring it, man.
shit.
Let me peep it.
You
know?
it's
Come
funny
on,
as
bro.
fuck. So you have no intentions of rolling their shit up. And
It's
you're
like-
like, but no, but bring
I just
it
want
though.
to, yeah,
Be
you
a
got to at
fucking
least,
gentleman,
bring something to the
sack
table. If
through.
we're having a potluck and you're cooking shitty, I still expect you to bring
Yeah, bring
a
a
plate
fucking
to the
shit.
potluck.
Bring the ice at least.
Yeah, exactly. If we're having a Super Bowl game, man, shit. I
Bring the
know I'm
ice.
not going to eat your chips and dip, but
Yeah.
at least bring a little something for the people, man.
You can't go wrong with ice.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with ice.
I like ice. I like the
If
good
you're having
pebble
a
ice.
party, if you're having a party and you want to know if they're really coming, just hit them before the party. Be like, hey, bro, do me a favor, bro. Bring the ice, man. Don't forget, all right?
Yeah, 2 or 3 bags, man.
Like,
Shit.
fuck, man. You know how valuable ice is to a party?
I swear to God.
I'm saying?
Especially, for my Twisted Teas, man. Shout out
tip.
Twisted Tea. Got to stay on the Twisteds.
Plug.
Ha.
Favorite place to smoke?
Oh, my house.
Crib?
Yeah, I'm always at the hut.
nice.
Burning, man.
nice.
Obviously with my
Get a
fish
good
shakes. It's
ambiance with the
ambiance,
fish.
bro. Yeah.
You got
Sitting there.
vibes over there, bro. I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. I fucks with it.
At one point when I was on my shit, I had 3 saltwater coral tanks all going.
Ooh, you
Hella
bad
just different
motherfucker,
shit in
boy.
there, yeah. I mean,
You're a
it comes down to
bad
that
motherfucker,
nurture
boy.
thing, man. It's something to do with like if you're a grower, you also like to like nurture all sorts of other things.
Yeah,
you know?
I noticed that. You're like taking cuts of your fucking,
Yeah,
taking clones of your what are you growing, bro?
it's some shit.
Maybe you were
Yeah.
joking the other day, but you're like,
No, I
yeah,
had
man,
to-
I just
yeah.
took a cut out of this fish tank for my man's.
Oh yeah, that was just a candy tree coral.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's easy to propagate. You know, you just
Gotcha.
literally cut it, take a rubber.
Propagate.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, you're just
Propagate.
well, it's really called like fragging. Underwater.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take a little little rack and just make little mini frags, and then it'll root.
be
It'll
big.
like essentially root in a little bit, and then you can hand them off to homies. And
Nice.
yeah, big into reefing, bro.
Nice.
Coral reefs
I
and
like
shit.
it. I like it. We need it.
Well, yeah,
we need
I mean,
more
shit.
coral reef from
Oh,
what I
yeah,
hear.
yeah, they're bleaching everywhere, man. They're
You
dying.
feel me?
Yeah, but literally, I was trying to get one set up. Maybe in the office somewhere. So we'll see.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Let me ask you this: if a strain described you, what would it be and why?
Oh, dude, they call me a weed medic. They'd be like, that's the medic right there, or like I'd be like a nurse or some shit.
No. Time out. If a strain described you, you got to pick a strain that fits your personality, bro.
Oh, a strain that describes me.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought you said it was the strain was like a person. What would you say about me or some shit?
No.
I'm like, that's
I like
being
that,
high. All right. Dude, I couldn't even put that to. I'd say maybe.
While you think about it, I think I like that, how you redid that question. I could ask, yo, if your sack of weed in your pocket could talk to me, what would he say?
Yeah, that's basically.
Are
what
you
I
a
was
piece
thinking.
of shit? Do you
yeah,
roll
exactly.
me right?
This asshole.
Oh, this motherfucker be
yeah,
barring shit.
yeah.
Watch
no
out.
bars.
Watch
They
out
wouldn't
for
say
the
that
big
about me.
homie. You know what
They
I'm
would say
saying?
like, he weighs so much of me.
Yeah.
So they say to me.
If your weed could talk about you, what would it say?
They'd say, stop spilling me.
Stop spilling me.
When I'm rolling a joint, bro,
That's
it's
funny.
all over my lap all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of lap weed in my fucking life.
Yeah, like look at
Just
this,
what it
look at this
is.
little roll kit, man. Caked.
How about your first smoking weed device you ever had to MacGyver? What you got?
Oh, the tinfoil pipe.
The foil pipe?
Yeah,
That was
I
really,
felt like I got pretty good at that.
so good for you.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
So good for
Honestly, yeah. I wish they could bring that back. Bring back the foil terps.
you. Foil terps.
No, I'm just kidding. If you're really talking terps, trying to bring some shit back, man.
Yeah, feel me?
Yeah.
Craziest shit that ever happened at the grow where you had to fucking get out of Dodge. You got a crazy grow story for us?
Oh, well, there's a few out there. There's a few floaters. One of them that I
Hit
thought
us, man.
the first
Shit
one that
went
came to
wild,
mind when you
bro.
said that was when I got the call from one of the big dogs saying that we're about to be raided. Basically, we had to get all the trimmers out of there, and then I had to still go back there with my other buddy and flip the room because we were in the middle of like moving plants from bedroom to the other room. He's like, "You're gonna go back and flip the room, right?" I'm like, "Dude, we just got the trimmers out of there because you told us that we're gonna be raided."
You crazy
And he's like,
bastard.
you still gotta flip the room, bro, please. So I just pulled up, and we're out in Sac somewhere. So I pulled up to the skate park for a couple hours and just tried to wait it out. I don't even know if they ever even came, but he wanted to make sure that the trimmers weren't there because he didn't want anybody to really get in trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, me and the homie
Really
went back
get in
there,
trouble,
flipped the
is it?
room, bro. Yeah, we had to literally park. I parked way down the street and like went in through the back and like it was in the back of an abandoned building. So
Oh,
the front of the building was like an old business, and we built out the back of it.
Okay.
So it was like a pretty good
Just
front.
trap
We had
spot.
like yeah.
Yeah.
And that was probably the most time where I was like trying to tell the trimmers without telling them like, hey, we got to go. And they're like, why? I'm like, trust me, you got to get the fuck out of here.
Like,
You know what I mean? Like, just trust what I'm saying, like, leave. They're like, I thought this was all legit. I'm like, dude, you see how this place is built? Like,
Are you
like
fucking
not
serious?
to be a dig. Have you seen
Who'da
have you
lied to
seen the
you?
breaker box, dude? Like, there's heat coming off of that motherfucker right now. This place is like a fire hazard, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. What do you mean?
Any day now.
Absolutely. No, I would get paranoid because we'd be listening to music so loud
Oh,
sometimes, bro.
man.
Like, there's times I've came in where fuses, we have so much shit on one thing where the thing is smoking, bro, like melting. Or like we've ran into shit, like there's shit you've seen the worst. I've seen thousands of gallons of water on the ground. We're coming up to the spot and it's as they're pulling up, bro, you see it coming out of the building.
Oh.
And you're like, oh my God, is the fire department gonna come? Is your building like partner next door gonna say some shit? Because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know that you're growing.
Yeah, right?
Some people do, but now you're fucking their building up, so now they're gonna come at you anyways. So yeah, it's not the
Rough.
business, man. Yeah,
Rough.
you don't want to be doing that.
So, if you could smoke with two people, one dead, one still alive, who would they be? Who you chiefing with, pal?
Bro, I'd be smoking with I don't know. I guess the dead guy I would want to smoke with. He doesn't smoke, so that wouldn't make it right.
No. They have to smoke with you.
Oh yeah, all right. I smoke with Draco the ruler.
He ain't smoke?
Nah, I don't know. He don't smoke.
No
Yeah,
shit.
he's not a smoker. Yeah, I'd say him and
Yeah,
one alive.
you fucks with him.
Oh,
tough,
bro, I stay slapping.
Pow, right in the kisser.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how the Terps got to be.
That's
man.
the only reason I know that song is because you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. See, I try to put people on the slats, man. A lot of people talk shit, but You know, he's just got a vibe to him.
It's not really my
slapping
style, but rest in peace. You know what I mean, respectfully. But I understand it, and I do fuck with the vibe. You know
yeah. He's
like
just
that
about
power
his
right
shit. He just does what he does, man. You know,
fuck.
Independent artist, never signed to a label.
He's independent? No shit, man.
Only artist to ever sign own rights to a Drake song. You know, so Drake owns the rights to all of his songs, but he collabed with him and like gave him the rights to the song.
No shit,
yeah,
man.
So you know, he's
terrible
real,
how he went out, man. It's fucking
so he'd be the dead man I spoke with. Shout him out.
No doubt.
But alive, man. It's a weird one. I never really thought about that one.
Could be a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
Like who? I guess I'd smoke with Jordan Peterson.
That's a good one.
Behavioral psychologist. You know, obviously motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Puff one out with him and really talk about some crazy ass shit, dude. Or no, I guess I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna say Joe Rogan. Blowing down with Rogan. Blowing down with Rogan, bro. You know?
Yeah, that's one of my bucket lists, man. I either want to be on his show or have him on the show and or both.
Dude, I don't know who did it, but when we were working at Connected, someone had the plug and alley-ooped him like a bunch of Smarties jars, bunch of other shit. And he showed it in his podcast.
Oh, no
like
shit,
he was on
man.
display and shit there.
Nice.
Yeah, so at least he smoked on some of the shit from the squad.
Joey Diaz too, man.
Oh, bro, see, the list could go on. Now that you're saying it like that, bro, all the comedians out there, like Hinchcliffe, yeah. Well, he'd be the one guy that would be tight.
Theo Von, bro. I want to get Theo Von on the pod so bad, bro.
Dude, I'm sure he's finagle some shit.
Fucking nut, bro.
He's got to go out to Austin, bro. He's got his new...
is that where he is, Austin?
Yeah, oh, dude, a lot. I mean, not Theo, but most of the other ones are posted up out there. But you can go to his comedy show, bro, small-ass venues and shit.
Yo, that dude, I don't know what it is about that dude. He is funny as fuck, bro.
Oh, he just keeps it real, bro. All these dudes are literally just keeping it real, and that's the way, bro. If you try hard to be somebody, bro, it's gonna come to curtains that
you know why, bro? We're just in a world of so much fake, bro. The second you hear something real, it's like a breath of fresh air, bro. You're
absolutely.
Like, wow.
Well, that's what, I try not to ever critique anything what it is, and maybe, there's something I could learn too. So if I have this crazy opinion on some shit, there's always something that could be learned by somebody else. So bring your argument to the conversation, or bring your, whatever you got to bring, and one. Of course. But yeah, Jake alley-ooped to like Mike roll too, so I'm not even sure what this is. But those boys have been having bars lately, man.
Yeah, shout out to Jake, shout out to Mike.
Yeah, I know some preferred fire in here, yeah.
Feel me? He been doing the blends of RS and snacks, I believe, and they're fucking fire, bro. I had one of those recently. Shit was fire.
Yeah, man. The boys always keep me late.
What's the most good pizza you ever gifted somebody, bro? Just on some like, here you go, bro. Hold that down.
What you mean, like giving them weed?
And why? Yeah, give away weed, yeah.
Oh, I do it. I try to do it all the time. Like most of the weed I even have on me, bro, I try to keep at least, half ounce on me to smoke. As long as you always got at least a half sip, that's enough for me to make it in a few days where it's like, I know I could probably finagle some more. Like, I'm always flipping packs and shit too, but like, dude, people really get stoked on giving away bomb ass weed. And when you show them, like, maybe they can't afford like some of these high end brands, so you really stoke them out with a sack. They're like, holy shit, one, why did this guy just give me the weed? Two, like, they smoke it, they will be like, what the fuck was that?
Yo, that was
every time, bro. And like, I try to break off all the bud tenders all the time, man, even though, like, you got to be discreet on how you do that shit,
depending on what club.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. But sometimes you put it on metric, sometimes you don't, but like, bro,
sometimes you put it on metric, it don't go to all the bud tenders.
Dude, it's fucked up. It's fucked up how the buyers be keeping shit, or like, they know it's wrong.
And you throwing some gas at them. I'm like, oh, I'll take these 20.
Dude, or they're making rules like, make sure you give me the sample so I can distribute to the crew, because they know that some tenders don't deserve it. It's like, I try to break everyone off now.
And then you see him at the demo, like, yo, you like the samples? Like, what samples? Like, oh, this motherfucker.
It happens, bro. It happens.
It happens, man. It's all good, man. I understand.
Dude, this shit's bomb.
I understand. So if your brand was a band, who would it be?
My brand was a band?
Your brand. So we're called Billy 916 because you don't technically have a brand. No, you do. You Flatline.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be, yeah, that's the new wave, man. Flatline.
Bands,
keep your eye out for Flatline. It's coming. What band?
It could be multiple, and it doesn't have to be like band is in like guitar. Like it could be rap and shit too.
Yeah, I would say Rush.
Rush.
Yeah, I'm a big drummer, dude. So Neil Peart. Yeah, I definitely have to say Rush.
Nice guy.
That's one of those garden bands where you can listen to albums. So I know how a lot of people feel about them, but throwback. I got to see them live too. 30th anniversary.
I don't know how people feel about them. How do people feel about them?
Oh, some people just talk shit because Geddy Lee sounds kind of like weird when he sings, I guess. You know what I mean? If you know Rush, bro, everyone knows what I'm talking about. If you know the band Rush, some people, you're either for them or you're not. That's just how it is, yeah. Gotcha. Or you're indifferent.
Send me your favorite song by them when we leave, and I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
I'll put it up.
Oh yeah, it'll be a slapper.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. So yo, shout out your favorite plug from back in the day, bro.
My boy Chi, man. My boy
T,
Chi.
there you go.
You know,
There you
you
go.
see him out there.
You know what I'm saying?
He's probably definitely
We'll
not
edit that
slinging
other
right
part
now.
out.
Yeah, we're probably definitely not slinging right now. You know, but he's the dude that's literally told me how to sell weed.
Nice, bro.
You know, because I was
Shout out to
showing up
T.
with like, I need 20 sacks, a 40 sack. He's like, dude, I'm not gonna do all that shit. Like, here's a zip, and you just do your thing, you know. And I'm like,
Come
dude, I'm
back
gonna have
with
some
bread.
extra weed, bro. You know, I'm only like 12 or 13 years old. I'm gonna have some extra weed. He's like, that's the point. I'm like, oh shit, like that's a free bag for me now, so I can scrape off top. You know, so like that was
There goes the light
that was the
bulb.
birth of the hustler. You know.
It's the birth of a lot of hustlers, bro. So, just hustling to pay for your habit.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. And it was cool to actually know a guy that had good weed. But then all your friends are coming to you that shit because you know it's good. It's not some shit, you know.
I hustled for money my entire life, bro. Like it was never to just get high. I mean, that was the side perk for it. You know what I'm saying? You can get high off your shit, but like I was always like, yo, I'm not just doing this to get high, yo. I'm doing
I'm
this so I
creating a
get money.
network. I'm
'Cause
creating a network.
We ain't got no money. Like there was no money in my household. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Single mom, shit like that.
Oh, you're no same thing. My mom raised 3 kids, you
Yeah.
know, being a waitress, shit like that, you know. So it's like
Yeah,
you're doing your thing. And I was
you-
unsupervised a lot, bro. So you realize you can
Same.
make $20 here and there. You're like, bro,
We're
that's a lot when
latchkey
we were
kids, dog.
Yeah, you already know. Absolutely, that's literally what it is.
Yeah, man.
Riding around with kids, like it scares me that my kid's 14 now. You know, who's to say if he was like driving with kids that are 17, 18 buying sacks like I was, shouldn't make me nervous right now.
dog.
You know,
Hell
and it's
yeah.
like you know,
Dude.
you just have to.
We're taking chances, bro.
You got to.
Penitentiary chances at the
That's real
younger
shit. That's
ages,
real
man.
shit.
Like,
Yeah, you know, and there's people, you know, for
shout out
people
to all the kids that was outside, man.
I swear to
90s
God,
and
I
the
swear
early
to God.
2Gs.
outside, and even when the street lights came on, he still maybe went back outside. Yeah.
Oh, you know it. You know it. Fuck yeah. Let me see what like Mike got going on. over
Yeah,
here.
my bad, bro. Just puffing,
No,
not
you're
passing.
good.
Yeah,
You're good.
shit blowing.
No, you're good. We smoke head pieces over here on the Good Pizza Podcast, but if I know you,
Yeah, that's
I'll
like a
smoke
newer
with you.
wave, you know. Yeah, but we'll share joints here and there. You know, a lot of times
Here
you
and
gotta
there.
bring your own bar to the party, you know,
yeah, exactly.
or bar it yourself. You know, it's just one of those grown man things now.
Exactly.
You know,
Yo, if you still fuck with T though, get him something on June 16th. It's National Plug Day.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to find out where he's at, man. You know, God knows some of these guys that also sell weed back in those days were selling a whole bunch of other things. So you know,
You
God
ain't lying.
forbid,
Yeah,
God
you
forbid,
ain't
he's in
lying.
a bad place. But you know, hopefully
This
he's
is fine,
doing
bro.
good, dripping.
Mike, we got a winner, pal.
Yeah, winner, no flash, no tricks. You know, no devil's tricks out here, man. Just pure
Real
fire.
drippy, good airflow,
Yeah, it's pure fire. You know,
good terp translation, good pizza.
leaker.
And she's a leaker, folks.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to shout out one of your mentors at this point, man. Had a huge impact on your life, man.
Oh, I would say R.I.P. man, my boy Sean McLaughlin.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Sean, man.
Yeah,
Shout
one
out.
of those dudes, man, who's just doing it big all the time. And, like, you know, you do it too big, you live too fast, and it catches back up, man. So you gotta
Get
have
you.
a balance. You gotta have a balance, man.
It'll
But
get you.
he really was like, dude, you could take this type of shit to the top, bro. Like,
Nice.
you know. And I was really always inspired to like just keep kind of growing like him, and like, you know, it just sucks to see people go out like that. You know.
Yo, you know what's crazy that you say that, dog? Like, it's like almost like, I'm not going to call it a curse. I don't know if there's a word for it, but like when your best homie or your close homie says some inspirational shit to you right before he dies, like, yo, you're the one, I believe in you.
Oh, it's crazy.
And then
it
you're
makes
like,
you
you're
think.
stuck with it. You're like, fuck, well, I can't let him down.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
saw something. Like, yo, it's
Dude,
crazy, right?
He like recently like just got married, all this shit, everything was like falling into place. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Ugh.
And he was just like, you know, really trying to take it to the next level.
Yeah,
It's like
bro.
he was, you know, that's alcohol will
Sucks,
kill you, man. It really kills a lot of
Yeah,
people.
man. R.I.P. to him, man. It's crazy. So now we're going to flip it to what's the best advice and the worst advice somebody gave you? In no particular order.
The worst advice I'd say people, or like a lot of people give me is like, I want to say just follow your heart. Or, you know, when they say that, like,
The best advice you said?
no, I'd say some
Or
of
the
the
worst?
worst. Like, you have to be methodical
Interesting.
in your shit, you know, because your heart will tell you a lot of shit that's maybe not real.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's your job to decipher what is like real and what's not. Like follow your heart in a sense, but be very, do it with a magnifying glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
follow
no
your
doubt.
heart to a T.
No, I feel it because your heart's emotional. And
Yeah,
emotions
you want to act on
change.
intellect. You want to act on intellect and not necessarily that. You know, like I followed my brain when my brain was telling me that the weed was the way. It wasn't my heart. You know.
No shit.
You know, like when the first time I was smoking, I'm like, dude, I could be like a grower, and everyone's like, that sounds so dumb. Like, you know, when you're in high school, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be one of these growers where that's they're like, yeah, right. You know, especially
Yeah,
being
yeah.
a kid that was just doing good in school, they're like, that sounds so retarded. You know, for lack of a better word.
Right.
You know, but like, and then here we are. But it took
That was a
how
90s
long?
word. It doesn't mean anything
Yeah,
bad.
you know, yeah, no,
Just
nothing
some
against.
shit we
Yeah.
used to say.
And that's one of those things, bro. Like you're saying that when you're a 17-year-old, it's like, look at me now, I'm 34. It took 17 years of really just doing it,
Yeah.
learning, fucking up a lot too. You know, like that's
You're
the thing. It's
10,000
like,
hours. Come on, man.
Absolutely. I mean,
there's no fucking shortcut to $10,000.
That's
it's $10,000.
That's what it is, bro. And how often we're growing like at our houses, how many times I've supplemented the space in my own rooms for like tents to keep stuff like shit alive, or like moving stuff in a U-Haul because motherfuckers are coming. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different things people don't know about.
See, I feel like you left out a good story, bro.
Oh, there's a bunch.
As soon as you said U-Haul, I know you got a crazy story. Can we double back on the U-Haul story?
Yeah, it was just one of those things too. Same thing. We're like, we're probably gonna get raided. Like we had inside info, because we're fucking with big dogs. Like, yo, you're like number 2 on a list today. You're like, oh shit, we're like, get the U-Haul. We fucking loaded up big ass plants, bro, putting garbage bags over them, and just fucking
see ya,
posting up somewhere, hoping that they're gonna come and just dip.
Did it happen?
Go back. Oh yeah, and you had to drive back and bring the plants back. Yeah, because as long as there weren't plants in the building and shit, you know what I mean? Because you would be getting dinged for fines with certain amount of whatever, or you'd have to show at least some type of compliance in certain spots where like you couldn't have a certain overage of plants, whatever, and. Yeah, you had to risk it for the biscuit type of times, man.
You damn right. Yo, those are the craziest stories, bro. I didn't know, because we don't grow like that on the East Coast, or they do now, I'm sure, but like, no, they don't. They don't. Not to the level and to the capacity that we do out here. Not yet, anyway. But yo, the moving the fucking plants in the U-Haul was like, yo.
Yeah. And that's the thing, bro. You'd have to hope they had one.
Really
sometimes you'd have to hope they fucking had one, bro.
Yeah, hope you have one.
Yeah, right. Because there's times
because you're not like reserving this a week out.
No, you're driving over like, what up?
What you got?
Yeah, and hopefully it'd be big enough, or you'd have homies, just God forbid. Or maybe you'd have to kill some plants.
Yeah.
Which hopefully you try not to do that.
Yeah, for real. So what's the best advice somebody ever gave you, bro? So don't follow your heart, folks.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
It sounds bad. It sounds bad,
like
bro, but there's more to it. It's a two-part answer. It's a two-part answer.
It's 2-part.
Yeah, dude, the best advice, I don't know, just like, I'd say keep your circle small.
That's a good one. That's good. And if you don't know that now, you will eventually.
Yeah, there's nothing good that comes from like huge ass.
You'll know that
you can only give so much attention to so many things. So keep your circle small with the right people, high caliber people. It's quality over everything. So
yeah,
that's probably some of the best advice I could ever give.
Keep quality people in your
or
life,
like
man.
Loose lips sink ships. Especially coming from me, it's an oxymoron. I'm trying to learn that every single day. Because it's like you're just giving away either free game or ability for people to take you down.
Yeah.
So you might as well just observe, just watch.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. If you could go back to the young you before you jumped in the game, what would you tell little Billy before you jumped off the porch?
Oh, dude, keep skating.
I like it.
I would have kept skating, bro. Like our homies were like, we got homies right now that are like in the pro circuit and shit. And all they do is just keep skating and skating. Like we were at that level where like we were filming a lot, getting free boards from like certain shops and shit. Making shop videos. So like all that shit was just part of the thing. If I would have been growing weed so much, I started skating less. But then you've seen some of my videos where we're skating in the traps and shit. Like always fucking. Like I still got my flacker game pretty good right now, so I'm not really worried about that.
Doggy, you're still a beast, bro. Don't let this guy fool you. He's still fucking wild out there.
I wish, man. Fuck. I try to do low impact shit, but I try to have a little finesse with her.
You feel me? That's what's up. Are you into psychedelics, shrooms, acid, or what you like?
Dude, I've had my way for sure.
Because this is the next question is, do you have any cool tripping stories?
Absolutely, bro.
Like
I'm big into DMT.
Hit me.
Yeah, DMT.
What you got for us?
Yeah, so like when I blasted off and shit, I was flying through a tunnel of like sacred geometry, basically, like outside of my body.
Sacred geometry.
Like if you've ever seen like Alex Gray and shit like that, where it's all just like colorful ass shapes and shit. And I'm flying through this tunnel, bro, like in my mind, basically. Like obviously I'm not doing that.
Yeah, okay.
But it's like it's like an ego death.
Geometry.
Yeah, I'm flying through this tunnel, bro, and there's a hole at the end of the tunnel. Like, so basically, like, my spirit's just flying through this thing, and there's, like, these jaguars that are, like, running with me.
Jags?
They're, like, literally running with me as I'm flying through this tunnel. I go through the tunnel, and I'm, like, back in my body and shit. But I'm sitting inside my house, like, with all my Buddha paintings and all my shit, like, my fish tanks. I'm like, what the fuck's, like, actually going on right now, But it's, like, you just felt hella one with the universe. Like, it's hella, like, gentle. It's gentle in a sense where it's like, bro.
I've blasted off before.
Yeah, it's sick. Before. Yeah, if you're really into like expanding your mind and like diving deep like that, it's like you got to be ready for it. You got to treat it like really like a medicine. Yeah. You're not sitting there doing it just to get fucking high and shit, bro.
No. Shout out to Chris and Cindy from Higher Vibrations. They cleanse the house.
It's a real. It's like a ritualistic type of thing, bro. Like if only if you're trying to dive deep. I've done it like a few different times, like when I need, but like when I was younger, I used to take shrooms when I was like 13 or 14, bro. Same shit. By myself, I was just chilling in my house,
fun
bro.
When you're a kid, bro.
Yeah, and like there was just no fear back then. I swear, like it's just different. But
it's different. No fear and less responsibility, man.
Yeah, when you have that type of mind too, you're not worried about like how you're gonna feel. I was going into the shroom trip like, dude, this is tight. You know, like, so it was
what I
always a
signed
good
up
trip.
for.
Yeah, it was always a
Yeah.
good trip. You know,
It
people that
wasn't
were
like
like,
an
what
older,
am I
bro.
doing? Is it this or that? It's like, you shouldn't be taking it if you're like questioning anything about it.
Yeah, bro.
Like, do everything with full commitment too. That's like other part of like good advice. If you're going to do something, do it the best.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably
it
the
wasn't,
best advice.
it wasn't until I got older that I had a bad trip. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, dude, the same. As soon as I had my kid, bro, I'm like, if someone called me,
Too much going
if
on.
somebody called me, like, where if he broke his arm or some shit, I needed to drive him to the hospital. I couldn't do
You're
that.
done. You're
Yeah,
finished.
so it's like, I'm good on that.
Yeah, you're
I'm good on
finished.
that. I've grown up. You know what I mean? Or it's
Yeah.
like, if you really get super depressed, I could recommend like maybe
Yeah,
taking some
no,
type of
hell
dosing.
no.
You know, but like, you know, but in the right environment, you know, because it
Maybe
cures
do
a lot of people's
maybe,
like depression.
well, if you're worried about that, just take a little mood insurance.
Yeah, or like microdose.
Take a little,
Or
take a
microdose.
little
Like, don't
point,
be.
point one of Somalia.
Yeah, you don't need to
know
be.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. The right conversation with the right
insurance.
group. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That's now look. That's not my recipe. It's my homeboy Wyatt. Shout out to the local shaman Wyatt.
That's legit,
Ryan Craig. You know what
I
I'm
mean, they're
saying?
doing studies. If you look at maps, you
Yeah,
know,
man.
it's like
I'm
the,
not even telling you to do drugs. I'm telling you, like, this is a clinical study.
No, do your research. Do your
There's
research. In
MDMA
Oakland, it's
research
legal.
and
There's things that are
testing.
legal
Yeah,
where they.
that's dope, bro.
Yeah. Like
Case
they're
studies and shit.
Dude, they're doing ketamine trials and shit for people that have depression.
Bro, they're
and
doing
shit.
ketamine trials, MDMA trials.
Dude, and a lot of it's
and
proven to work
psilocybin.
in the
It
right,
does work,
with the
bro.
right questions. Yeah, and all it's doing is flipping certain switches on
That's
and off in
it.
your mind that people have.
You're creating, yeah, right. You're creating
Yeah.
new circuit pathways in your brain. You know what I'm saying? Shutting down some old ones and.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
or letting certain things go, like shedding
There you
certain
go.
things, because the same thing.
Or
like
reframing.
Absolutely,
When
absolutely.
You can reframe something that's been really bothering you and hindering your day to day, like
perspective.
your perspective. Like, I got such a conscious awareness that I'm always trying to reframe shit. That when I hear it, my subconscious always listen. It almost gives me permission to think something else. I'm like, it's like, oh man.
No, it's like
damn,
a relief.
Thank you.
Really like a
and
relief.
I'm talking about a podcast while I'm just driving.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Oh,
It'll
dude, that's
change
why I
my
look
life.
for it. Yeah, there's things that
Come on,
resonates
man.
with you in a way where
Yeah,
it's like,
man.
yeah, I feel that fully.
So we're going to take a quick break. What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick second to shout out my sponsors over at Grove Bags. Listen, Grove Bags are hands down the best way to store your cannabis. Forget jars, forget Mylars. Nobody does it like Grove Bags. Listen, it's a 6-layer, non-static bag. State-of-the-art technology. It's going to keep your weed fresher for longer. It keeps your cannabis between 58 and 62% humidity at all times, the optimal humidity to store cannabis. It's going to increase your shelf life, help prevent mold, weight reduction. Hands down, it's the best product out there. We don't use anything but Grove Bags at Good Pizza. And especially if your product is in stores, we all know there's some shelf life issues at the stores. This is going to keep your product lasting longer on those shelves. So when your customer goes to try it, it's going to be fresh cannabis. Listen, if you want to store your cannabis the proper way, use Grove Bags. Use promo code PIZZA with 3 Z's. That's PIZZZA. Tell them Good Pizza sent you. So, we're going to hit you with some rapid fires before we get out of here.
Oh,
Billy
yeah.
Bats.
Let's get it.
You ready?
Yeah,
These are one-word answers.
sir.
Do you like the smoke or the hot or the cold?
Cold.
LED or HPS?
HBS.
Living soil or cocoa?
Cocoa.
Joints or blunts?
Joints.
Bongs or bowls?
Bongs.
Cold start or hot start?
Oh, hot start.
It's going in hot, boys. Rig or Puffco?
Oh, rig.
Cold cure or fresh press?
Cold cure always.
Street smarts or book smarts?
Street smarts.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
GTA or Call of Duty?
Oh, COD.
Regular doinks or hash holes?
Oh, regular doink.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Blanca's my guy, man. Street
Blanca,
Fighter.
Street Fighter, yeah. Pass it or I'm smoking to the face?
To the face.
To the facials. I'm going to skip this question. Bike or skateboard? Snowboard or skiing?
Snowboard.
Kings or Golden State?
Sack, baby.
Come on now.
916. Beam
Come
team.
on,
Light
man.
the fucking beam.
Come on,
Let's
son.
go.
Don't fuck
Yeah,
around.
there's no question here.
Don't fuck around. 80s or 90s?
80s.
NorCal or SoCal?
North.
In and Out or Five Guys?
Oh, the In and Out, man.
Come on now.
That's why it's Big Body Bill, man. I'm necking a 3x3 and a double, 2 fries. I just ordered that yesterday.
What the fuck's a 3x3, pal?
3 meats, 3 cheeses, buddy.
Say word.
Yes.
You could
you
do
can
that?
go all the way up to like 5, more than that.
Ooh,
yeah.
You a bad motherfucker.
They do the
Billy.
ratio,
God
man.
damn.
Yeah, that's how
I thought I knew I was fucking
I ain't
with.
packing extra elbows without the big body tech,
He ain't
man.
put that in the email. When you respond
I'll let
back.
you know, man. It's a good
His
recipe.
profiles. God damn, I would have put that in your fucking intro, guy.
It's embarrassing when you pull up and they're like, "Is it in the car or to go?" Or you're like, "This is in the car." And
Oh, it's in the car always.
Just me.
Oh,
They're
dog. I busted a fat boy the other night. I ran a little play.
Yeah, you
know
pull
what I
up,
mean?
man.
Cash the homie out.
Yeah, I'm watching some Narcos on my phone, man. I just smack it down, man. Everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
What else am I gonna do?
They hear gunshots in my car.
What are you gonna do?
I'm like, "Oh, I gotta turn this down."
So I thought I was a fat fuck with the 2 double doubles to the facial with the animal style.
No, I
fries.
gotta get that extra meat on the first one. That's how you get that. That's how you get that big body. I tell them, you ain't pushing 200 like me, unless you do that.
Oh man! All right, for sure. Back to it. Nutty North or South Sac, Iraq?
I guess I've been different on that one.
You're passed on that.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
the second person that passed on that, so I feel like I'm
Yeah,
taking
I'm
that question off of the podcast. I took New York or LA off of the podcast because I didn't like what I was hearing, bro.
Sorry, I probably coughing right into the mic.
No, it's all good, bro. You're on the Good Pizza podcast.
Yeah.
We out here smoking this good pizza. You feel me?
Oh, it's gotta be. Yeah. I was gonna try and roll one on cam, but you don't want to risk that. A lot of critique out here these days, man. Using the cardboard crush, they could be mad at you. Yeah. But that's all right, man. I'm loyal to the soil. Yeah. I'm still practicing with the glass, man.
It's all good, man.
You see me out here. I've had you barred up a couple times.
You gotta get how you fit in. Pizza or tacos?
Tacos.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos. Shout out the taco truck with T-Figs, man. That's a daily.
Let's go.
That's what fuels the garden, man. That's really
Is that
does.
right?
Oh yeah. If you see our orders, man, 6 tacos and a burrito.
And
that's how we do
to
it.
the face?
Both of us to the face. The garden is fueled on. My bad T-Figs if we're letting them know the recipe. But
That's
when they ask the recipe,
today, bro.
when they ask about the recipe, that's it.
I'm putting that on Patreon. Fuck that.
Yeah. That's real game though, man. Now if I tell you the spot, that's the true game. I would never.
No.
We can't plug them like that. But,
Off the mic, you heard?
Yeah, it's exclusive.
All right, Cheetos or Flamin' Hot Cheetos? Let's see what you're made of.
Cheetos regular. The Flamin' Hot's good, but that shit will kill you.
It will. It'll burn you out real quick. The Wire or The Sopranos?
Sopranos.
Automatic or Revolver?
Revolver. Keep it classy.
Fucking right. You're lost in the woods. You get a pack of matches or a hatchet. What you doing?
I'm doing the hatchet.
Body shot or face shot for Mike Tyson?
I got to keep the moneymaker, baby. I'll take it in the body. The smile, man. The smile.
We'll break a rib.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Shot of 151 or a hot dab?
Oh, hot dab.
Dirt bike or four-wheeler?
Four-wheeler.
Gelato Runs Terps or OG Gas?
OG Gas. You got to be with the fuel.
I like it. Pac or Big?
I'm not really big on either. We go Mac Dre.
That is a fucking first. God
Let's
damn.
go. Shout out Mac Dre.
I'm going to let that ride because... No, I'm just going to let it ride. I don't even know what to say right now.
Yeah. I trust me. All my friends get on me, bro. They get on me.
Yeah,
That's
we're
a real
going to
one.
talk after this.
Yeah.
Too. Wu-Tang or Death Row?
Oh, Death Row.
You knew that one, though, didn't you? All right. Cool. Nice, man.
Yeah.
Well, yo, this point, I have a little segment called This Fucking Guy. Do you have a This Fucking Guy story? If you don't, I'm going to edit this out and we're not even going to see it. So you can say yes or no.
This fucking guy.
So let me set the stage. Just something crazy that happened, some shit you read in the news, some shit that you see in man, some crazy shit, some tweak did on Y-Ave, like whatever.
Like recently? Does it have to be
recently
recent?
back, don't matter. No.
Oh, when I thought of this fucking guy,
When you
the first
look
thing
at it
I
like
thought
this
of is when
fucking
I
guy.
saw my buddy spraying his shit with Avid.
Oh.
And like, that's literally the first story I thought when you said that. I was like, dude.
Well, recently?
No, it was like a
Oh,
while ago.
God.
But when you said
Okay.
this fucking guy, it was one of the first times like I thought like, yo.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Easy.
goddamn.
Take it
Like, not
easy.
to be a dick. I didn't know he was doing that for a while. I might have pushed one of those packs back in the day, Jay, before you knew, That's why when you start paying attention, you're like, oh, don't want to do that again. My God.
Yeah. Those
So, yeah,
Avid
shout out to the
chirps.
people who are doing it right, and not using
for
crazy
real.
shit out there because there's still
For
people
real.
doing that type of shit.
Yeah, man. Before we wrap up, bro, I'd like to share like the Power Network and how we met, and who do you know that I should get on the show. We already covered the first one, how we met, how we did all that. You know what I'm saying? We busted that down, so run that back, pay attention to that. That's how you properly introduce yourself and possibly make a new friend and or plug.
Yeah, there's free game out there for
friend.
plenty of people, man. You know, so, and like obviously it's the kind of hey
So
Mr. Tech, but it works.
Baby.
Yeah, the hey Mr. Tech works,
free,
man. Yeah, hell yeah.
Show you big cuisine, a little $5. You know what
Absolutely, absolutely. Tap in.
And then who should I get on the show, bro?
I don't know. You've been having some good guests lately.
I know, bro.
You've been having some good ass guests. Most of my friends already been on, man.
Thank you.
Shit, you know the circle, man. You know the circle. You know who's been on, who has been on.
We got a little.
Yeah, exactly.
We got some hitters coming too.
Yeah,
bro.
Absolutely, bro. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to give out too much game, like I said.
Nah, ain't gonna do it. You're just gonna see him pop out.
Yeah, and it's always good pizza over here. So you
That's
know, you know the vibes, right?
You motherfucking right. Yo, anything you want to plug or tell them about? Or
shit, just be on the lookout for I'd say the new 530 grower rebranding. You know, we got some shit looking out. 5G,
nice, bro.
Keep your eye out for that.
What strains can they be on the lookout for?
I mean, it's a lot of the same cuts that we have right now, but we have a lot of new process that we're doing.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah, you do.
So, but we have a couple. We're running some seeds and shit too. So
Nice.
Yeah, all of it's gonna be fire.
Man.
You know, if it's not fire, we're not trying not to drop it. You know.
Fuck yeah. Well, shit, Billy. Thanks for coming through and vibing out with me, bro.
Sir, appreciate the invite, brother.
That was a good episode, man.
Hey,
Have fun with you, bro. Hell yeah, man.
Thank you, brother.
Well, yo, y'all already know, man. I know y'all got some good game out of this episode, man. Tune in, hit the podcast, hit the YouTube, subscribe. Y'all know what to do, man. Peace, love, good pizza. We up out of here.